Sounds like nonsense.
Nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
Now that sounds like nonsense.
That sounds like nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
You know what
to
that
me.
sounds like?
Sounds like
like nonsense.
nonsense.
That sounds like
Sounds like
nonsense.
nonsense.
Sounds like
Is this what it's gonna sound like?
Sounds like nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
No.
Sounds like
It's
nonsense.
nonsensical.
And it sounds like this.
Yo, I wanted to pick up after one ring, but I wanted to stay on schedule.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
appreciate
There you
you.
go.
Nice to
Welcome.
see y'all again.
Yeah, how's your
I know,
Saturday
it's been a
going?
while.
It's been a while.
Saturday? Saturday is good. How's your
Nice.
Saturday?
It's not so bad, I guess. Came in here because Super Bowl's tomorrow, so we're not doing Sunday. So figured,
We're not watching Super Bowl either.
no, we're not doing
No.
that either.
Just
No.
so you know.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go disc golfing.
I think you should. It's going to be gorgeous out.
It's gonna be beautiful. No one's gonna be there.
Right.
It's perfect.
That should be fun.
Yeah. I guess.
Good day to go to amusement parks in non-COVID times. Super Bowl Sunday.
Totally. Yeah, we were gonna try to go to Mammoth again. We just got back last week.
Good time to go too.
Which is why our recordings are all wacky for those of you guys at home that are following along. Things are a little bit out of time,
Yeah,
a little bit
we're a
out of
little weird.
sequence, but we're doing the best we can to keep them fresh every week.
Keep on whacking.
We were going to try to go to Mammoth or somewhere to go, board it up. Not me, these guys, but thinking Super Bowl Sunday would be open. Nope, sold out.
No.
Sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well,
There's-
because we were on lockdown, and so everybody's been pent up from not being able to go because
Oh,
all of the
yeah.
travel was not allowed.
Right.
So all the Airbnbs on the mountains were not able to take anybody, and then as soon as it opened up, it's like game on, lines on.
yeah,
barely,
they say limited capacity, but
it did not feel limited.
we've been there a bunch of seasons in a row now, and like
It was the biggest line I've
I
ever
would-
been on.
right for you guys to get on Lyft.
Yeah.
I'm talking about me driving because that's all I did. I just chauffeur and
And
shit.
it
like
was
that.
just,
So many cars, dude. Way more cars than I've ever seen.
should have been shut down.
No, I don't think it should have been shut down.
Well,
It-
meaning limited. It was definitely not
they
limited.
said limited, and it clearly.
It did not feel limited, but everyone they were rigid about masks because you're already wearing a mask because you're snowboarding and skiing. But
For
there,
the
you
most
know,
part, yeah.
but at the time, like when it's hot and you're waiting in an hour line, it really was hard to have like your neck gaiter all the way over your face, and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is hard.
An
But
hour in line, like to get on a ski lift.
yes,
Yeah.
Oh,
first
jeez.
run of the day until people
You and
got
I
up
would have
to the
been-
top of the mountain.
Oh, dude, here's the thing for me. I don't do it. I go and I chill, but like you can't go inside any restaurant. Clearly, right? It's just
Oh.
the same
The
way as
lodge
here.
is closed.
Lodge is closed. You can get stuff and sit outside, but what they were doing outside, no fucking heaters, no nothing. So you can sit outside on a metal bench in the snow if you want. You're fucking drunk,
Drinking Coke.
Yeah,
Coke.
oh, this is a
Coke.
nice cold beer. I'm so glad I'm here right now. So that makes it a little bit more brutal.
Wow.
But
Pay for the front of the line passes if you can.
You couldn't even, though. That's the thing, because there were people who were going up to the guys and like, hey, I have an icon pass, and they're like, sorry, man.
yeah, I don't know. It was fun though, right?
It was super fun, and I'll talk about it later in my
Okay.
segment.
All right. Cool. Well, I guess before we get started, I do have a question because,
Uh-oh.
well, it's not a big. This is not as crazy as normal. It's not jizz related or
Oh,
anything.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
but
gonna be
let
refreshing.
me ask you something. If you were to drop your brand new ice cream on the ground and then pick it up and blow it off, does that clean it? Is you gonna eat that?
Oh, I'm eating it.
This one does too over here.
I'll do it.
What about you, Jeff? You seem like a
We're
reasonable.
on, we're,
kind of-
we're on the ground.
In your house.
Which
Ooh, no, that thing's done.
yes, that's what I'm saying, dude.
I got chicken juice on the floor. I don't want salmonella.
Yeah, dude. All the shoes. We have a shoe on policy at our house.
It actually was near the record player, so it wasn't like in a high traffic area.
That's how you justifying it? It was
Yes.
by the record player?
Talk to
You're
me. Is this
nasty.
an ice cream cone? What are we looking
no,
at?
it was a Ben and Jerry's, like one of those. Oh,
Ice
it's
cream sandwich kind of thing.
It's a singles ice cream, and it has like 3 of them in there, and it's covered with chocolate. It's
Oh,
amazing.
no. You picked that son of a bitch up.
That's
That's
what-
expensive
that's what I
little.
did.
That's
And Jeff's
expensive
like-
little demon.
It isn't.
And let me
Jeff's
ask
like,
you this.
you didn't even blow on it? I was like, does that make a difference? No.
No.
I think you got to blow on it at least to make yourself
No.
feel better.
The 3-second rule, dude.
I don't know. I think it was longer than 3 seconds. She dropped it and then looked up and we made eye contact. And I was like, well,
she's going for
you got a
it.
game day decision to make there, kid.
You have a backup.
No.
No, it was
Okay,
last.
yeah, then you pick it up.
But,
and
however,
enjoy.
there was other ice creams in there. Like there were other ice cream
Not
treats.
Ben and Jerry's.
That was the last
No,
one. of
I'm
those.
with her. You remember Eddie Murphy? I got my ice cream. You got to bloop. Remember that one?
Yes. Yeah.
So, and Courtney reminded me, when like Riley was little and stuff, we were around all the babies and shit all the time. The babies, they spit out their pacifiers
And it
and they
fell
would
on
be
the
in the dirt and stuff. How do the women clean it? They put it in their mouth and they suck off all the shit and then put it back in their baby's mouth. Have you seen that
I would
move?
imagine
Did
some
you
men
do
do
that?
that too.
No.
It's gross. Whoever's doing it.
If it fell on the ground, it went into the
Dishwasher.
Yeah, like he didn't get it back again. Also, he was not a big pacifier kid. He did not. That was not his thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that was some nasty shit. I've seen a lot of women do that. Ladies, you're nasty. That shit is gross.
You know,
I don't even like to share a cup with somebody.
you know, I don't know why I know this. This is so
That's
sick.
so good to know.
What's the chick from the Married with Children?
Oh, Katie.
Applegate.
Oh, Christina
Christina
Applegate.
She used to chew up her
you said-
food and then feed it to her baby like a bird.
Yeah,
No
so-
fucking
so-
way. I
I
used to like her.
I do.
No, I've seen some
I
people
like
do
her
that
more.
as well.
Ugh.
And spit it into the baby's
Ew,
mouth.
Jeff.
Like,
I've seen a friend do that to his girlfriend before.
okay,
Oh,
we gotta move.
Settle
We gotta
down,
move.
Settle
We
down.
gotta
That's
move.
I don't know why that's different. It just feels very
Something
different.
was different right there. That made me sick. The other thing
Yeah.
didn't bother me so much.
I know.
Why?
Well,
Because there was something too close?
I don't know.
Didn't you see him do that?
Yeah, no, I saw. That was gross.
Courtney, let's say something tragic. You're out on the mountain,
Yeah.
having a great time, and bang, there's an accident. You lose all your teeth, but you still love you still want to have a steak.
No.
Jebediah's going to chew it up for you. Just
No.
drop a little in there.
I'm going to put that thing in a little ninja blender.
I'd rather have it blended up if I had to. If I had
Ugh,
a choice.
steak smoothie sounds fucking heinous, too.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Ugh.
What's happening?
Okay, welcome to the Sounds Like Nonsense podcast,
Make
everyone.
that smoothie.
Woo! I'm your host, Jeb.
Hi, Jeb.
I'm the
Oh.
That tickled
You
you.
did. Hi, Jeb. On the number 2s is Mr. Will Ray.
Hi, everybody.
Sitting on the couch is my nasty wife, Sportney.
Hello.
And out in Raleigh, North Carolina, we have the beautiful Jeff with his beautiful new mustache.
I like it.
Keeping it nasty.
What we're going to do each week for people that are new to the podcast, we're going to play new music and bands and shit that you may have never heard of. So who is ready for some new fucking music?
Let's do it.
Courtney.
I am. Been too long.
Who we got?
So the first song is from Ramenami. Oh God.
Nice. First one out.
Ramenami. And it's Prisionero, and these guys are really rad. And then Cemetary, kind of, sort of, maybe their song. And
Those guys are really rad.
I know, super cool. And then Grievous Angels, All Night Depreneur.
Yeah. And then you actually did interview with the singer?
Charlie Angus.
Right.
And so, yeah, I'm really excited about this. I did this with Dr. L, and I'm telling you what, this was so fascinating. He was great.
And we've been so busy, I have not even get to listen to the interview yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then Courtney is going to be doing interviews because we have some backed up.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't get to all of them. So during the week or whatever, she's going to be doing some on her own with maybe just one of us or something
Right.
like that. So we've been doing songs from the vault. We're going to try to do interviews from the vault.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we'll just do these as they come up. And then, today we're just going to pop it on the end because
Mm-hmm.
we're just,
There's just so many people that we want to talk to, and if we had to wait until every single Sunday, we would never get to everyone.
yeah, schedules, etc. So
Yeah, right.
Keep surprising you folks.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
we're
Used to nothing.
rolling with it.
That's right.
Cool. So how was your week, Jeff? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Whoa.
Crazy one. Keeping we're just being open and honest about all the shit. The Grim Reaper was circling the family.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, well, when on our last episode, my brother had just got COVID.
Right?
Yeah.
He and his wife had it for a couple of weeks, so he's still got a cough. Unfortunately, but this has been part of the journey on this podcast. My dad's wife passed away on Monday.
Oh
What?
no.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. I'm very sorry.
Jeez. Was it
Whoa.
COVID?
No, just she was the one who was in Tennessee. Where I was driving back and forth a few
Right.
times.
Yeah.
Went down to Florida, got a taste of that lifestyle. Enough to say, get the hell out of here. So yeah, she'd been in poor health,
Aw.
obviously, and she made it a lot longer than the doctors had given. So yeah, sad, but she's no longer in pain. Now we just got to start figuring out what to do with Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm
that-
so sorry about that, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's not
Appreciate
the way.
that.
Well,
Sorry to have to drop that on you early in the show, but
how-
that's the week.
that's how your week went, man. Well,
Yeah.
Getting better.
Well, I'm glad that you're here.
Gotta get better.
You seem to be in pretty good spirits, and
It's sunny over here.
it is nice outside, which is nice.
Nice.
Tell me about it.
How was your week then, Will?
Well, nothing compared to that. I'm very sorry. I don't have a very big, interesting week. I don't do very much with my life, so I can't remember very much either.
Slow there now, Will.
No, I mean you went and picked up a bar for your buddy. Did you help install that stripper pole, or?
That's not true. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, all right.
No,
Courtney,
I'm totally joking. I did not. This guy is such a. He's never going to listen to
He's
this.
never gonna hear this shit.
He's such a douche. He wants a stripper bar in his house, a bar in his house, a pool table, make it a man cave. And what else better is to have a goddamn stripper bar. It's just so embarrassing.
Pole.
Stripper pole.
Yeah.
Stripper bar.
Stripper bar. I was like, wow, he's really going big.
I know,
That's
I was
multiple
thinking.
poles. That's a lot of poles.
It's just
Does
so.
he allow sleepovers?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
The silly thing though is he just doesn't strike me as the dude who's actually gonna hire a stripper to come over. It's just for like.
Oh, you're
yeah.
wrong.
I'm wrong.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
Really?
All right.
You are not a good judge
Wow.
of character.
I guess I'm not.
Phew, lucky for me.
He
Okay.
seems so nice. Next thing.
No, I wasn't saying it wasn't a nice thing. It just was like I just didn't think he had it in him.
Well, he's got it in him. Anyways, I did not. I kind of shake my head when I do that, but I do play poker, so that's it. Anything else on this week? Nothing, and everything's good. Dogs are great.
Well,
How about you?
You know that we were looking at the cards. You've been trying to help Riley.
Yes,
that's true,
He
yes.
has been helping.
So, dude, check
Super
this out.
helpful.
I withheld this story from Courtney.
I know.
yesterday.
I don't even know. I was like, how did it
This
go?
is wild. So we found that other card looked pretty good. It's a Facebook Marketplace thing. I've kind of been looking through that. You open it up one time and they're hitting you with ads.
Yeah,
you know?
right,
So,
right.
this was a Galita. This guy, whatever. It's like this 4-wheel drive Ford thing. Kind of looks like your car, Jeff. Little boxy, smaller SUV.
Dodge Nitro.
It was a Ford Edge.
Ford Edge.
Right, but it's all-wheel drive and stuff. So I was thinking for Mammoth and shit, it'll be
Yeah,
cool.
right.
Whatever. It's just a little out of his range. I was like, I'll help him out with a little
Right.
bit extra. And he's gonna pay that shit off. But anyways, so I messaged the guy, is it still available? First
Right.
message I get is a little strange right out of the gate. And I was like, this guy's got and one more message to be weird. So I said, hey, I live up here. I'll be in Santa Barbara tomorrow. Is there a time that works for you? Will you be around? And he responded with, I'm in LA on weekends. Okay, well, that wasn't the question.
Yeah.
Are you going to be around tomorrow, right? So then, we kind of get to it, and then meet me at the beach. He didn't want me to meet him at his house. I've got a family outing, he said, and then just the address for the beach. Fine, fair enough.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm running a little late. I thought I was going to be about a half hour late. I'm about 15, 20 minutes late, but I had sent him a message hours earlier. I know I'm going to be a little late. Is that okay? Because he said 1 to 3. And it's like 11:30. He goes, I'm here now. And I was like, okay, but is that going to be okay that like I'm running just a little late? No response. So I'm like, fuck it. I hit him up when I'm on my way. He says, I'm here again. And I'm like, okay. We pull up to the beach and there's two cars. They're kind of parked off to the side. One is the one I'm looking at. Another one is kind of similar looking, a little shittier, when they're both backed into a parking spot, no front license plates on it. In California, there's front license plates, right? So, and there's a cop there looking at the cars.
Right.
And I'm like, one of those is the one
That
I'm looking at. So, I'm not shy, dude. I just pulled in. I'm not a big cop fan either.
Right too.
Well, so I'm like, I pull in and I'm sitting there waiting. I hit the guy up. Hey, I'm here, whatever. He's like, okay, I'm down the beach and walking up. Kind of. All of his messages were not that clear. He said, okay, walking. Shit like that. And I'm like, what?
Right.
So anyway, So then the cop's like, kind of looking at us, and I'm standing right there next to it. And he's like, are these your cars? I'm like, some guy's trying to sell this to me off of Facebook. And he's like, oh, well, this one over here. He's like, this is suspicious. He's like, I come through here all the time, a couple times a day in patrol. And he's like, I haven't seen these cars, and they're backed in, no plates. He's like, my Spidey sense went off. I'm running into plates on this one. I'll run the ones on the one you're looking at too. And I was like, do that. Yeah, of
thank
course.
you.
Yeah. And it had an Arizona plate on the back.
Oh.
So around 10 minutes goes by. I still hear nothing from this guy, but the cop is parked there, right? And I'm like,
so he's spooked.
He's scared because of the cop, I guess. So I call him. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he had a foreign accent, but it almost sounded fake. And I would say like Middle Eastern accent or something, but it was hard to pinpoint because it didn't sound real, right?
Right.
Give us a sample.
I can't do it. I couldn't do it.
Don't.
Yeah. So he says, oh, whatever. And I was like, just so you know, it doesn't have anything to do with us, but there is a cop here running the plates. He's like, why is he there? And I'm like, I don't know. And he goes, well, are you buying the car?
What?
And I said,
Bro,
well,
Jesus.
I don't know. I was like, I don't know. He goes, well, you're here to buy the car. And I was like, I don't know. I would like to look at it,
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, well, I have to go pick up. And then I'll be right there. So it'll take me a couple more minutes. And I was like, what are you picking up? Like, he's like, it sounded almost like instruments. I got to pick up the instruments. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he said it a few times. I'm like, he's purposely.
Why is it so hard to buy a car?
Yeah. I just told the guy, when I told the cop, I was like, look, this is too strange for me. I'm out. Like, the guy is being strange, whatever. And I snitched. I gave him the phone number. I was like, this guy's trying to fucking burn me right now. He's like, let me get that phone number. And I was like, here you go. Here you go, Alex. Fuck you. Trying to burn me. Because he's like, the car next to it, they kept back. The plate and the VIN didn't match. Oh. So it was a stolen car. He's like, I bet that one's stolen too. But they did match. He's like, something's still fishy with this.
Right.
And he's like, he won't come because I'm sitting here, huh? And I was
Right.
like, yep.
Yeah.
So we dodged a bullet. I told the guy, I was like, hey, good luck. I'm leaving, whatever. So
That's
then
such a bummer.
hours after that, the guy is still like, are you still coming back? Or dip this and that? And I'm like, you are out of your mind.
Oh,
Right.
what a bummer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That is freaking crazy.
Saved by a cop for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
31-1 on that count there. Fucking
Wow.
cops.
Right.
So, yeah, that's how that was. What about your week, Courtney?
So I gotta say, I'm so happy not to be hosting right now.
Yep.
So yeah, Jeff
Me
does.
too. Courtney hosted the last one.
Was it a little difficult?
Over 4 hours of recording.
Yeah, we had
That's
to
fun to
cut a
edit.
lot. We had
Not
to cut
only
a
that,
lot.
but like a lot, things are kind of linear. We're having a conversation. Nah,
it
not
wasn't
Courtney.
able. Well, so Jeb was like, "Hey, it should be easy. I'm gonna let you girls go. Like, do whatever you want." And I was like, "Okay, I'm really nervous. Like, I'm scared to do this." And you're like, "It's gotta be fine."
It was, the recording part's easy.
You got to call me the next time. I want to be in on it.
Yeah.
Until I know I should have, but until like things didn't go as planned and schedules didn't adhere to, and then it was like, oh my gosh, we have to stop in the middle, do an interview, and then do another interview. It just got crazy.
Yeah, it sure did.
So
but-
you do not want to be a host
No.
of any kind of show whatsoever.
This part is fun because I just talk, and then Jeb it kind of steers us in the direction of like where we should go,
Yeah.
and he looks at the time. I don't like it.
Well, all right. Well, then that being
Could
said,
be a question of the week. If you could be a game show host of any show, what would it be?
Ooh.
Or the host of any show?
Oh, that is
good.
a
That's good
one.
for next
Happy
week.
game show.
You guys remember question of the week for this week? It's been so long.
No,
If you could go to space forever, would you do it?
No.
Courtney, it's not time for that yet. Jesus, you're
Sorry.
like Will. You're rubbing off on her.
I know.
What?
Oof, I shouldn't have said that.
I know. That's
All right, so I do have a shitload of things I just want to touch base
All right,
on
let's
since
do
it's
it.
been a couple weeks.
Here comes Papa.
Well, it's just crazy. So,
Don't forget the box.
what's that?
Don't forget the box.
Oh no, we're gonna do that later for Courtney during her segment. Unless you want to do it now, you
I think we need it early just in case.
pop it. So tell him.
Let's do it.
While she's doing that, I will hit you guys with a couple. So Jeff, we had to do going out to Mammoth. What?
I'm sorry, but do you want to let people know that she actually got a box from Jeff?
I thought
Well,
everyone
actually,
did.
Will should probably be the one opening it.
No.
Really?
No.
It's safe. It's
Here,
safe. It's from
here.
Amazon.
Here,
But isn't this for Courtney's birthday?
here.
Oh, okay.
It's really for everyone, but I think it'll apply most to Will.
Oh, so
Wow.
so Jeff got us something. Is the idea?
Yeah. He got a box for Sounds Like Some Nonsense. I'm opening it. It's not alive.
Hopefully. Well, no, it's from Amazon.
Amazon delivery.
Okay.
Amazon delivery. And what it is an inspiration cube.
Yeah.
Oh, this is why.
Oh, wow.
You knew my next thing was calendar.
I love it.
Holy smokes. Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen. Oh my God.
Inspiration cube. Here are Joel's greatest inspirations and sermons. All
No.
in one device. Press to listen. Oh.
Aw.
This douche needed more money. Way to
I
go,
know.
Jeff.
Why'd you give him money?
He's got like a $4.9 million fucking bailout for his church that doesn't pay taxes.
I like it.
Well, yeah,
He's doing okay.
we're gonna have to open that up during a break
Okay.
and hook
Yeah.
it up.
But hey, this is awesome.
Yeah,
On
'cause-
behalf of the Sounds Like Nonsense, we thank you. Thank you.
Well, on as a quarter of sounds like nonsense.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
All right.
well, Will, you got to read from your calendar too.
Oh.
That's. I mean, I think that maybe this takes the place of the calendar.
Yeah, I think it's going to take the place of the calendar.
I don't know.
Okay, so then let's just wait
Yeah.
and we'll do that next.
We
So-
have options.
all right, so on the way out to Mammoth, we left in a fucking thunderstorm. It was
Yes.
crazy. There was 8 foot of snow. We got stopped in Bishop before going. It was a wild ride. On the way, like we almost got in 2 car crashes that were
Ooh.
insane. Guys on the shoulder, 100 miles per hour, and then the shoulder was closing out, and I had to go right. I was like, they're gonna just smash into it. I'm in the far left lane. They I put on my blinker, go right. Like I'm like, he's got to have my lane. He does it at the same exact time as me, and he goes all the way over, hits the fucking rail, like on the side of the mountain. And he broke his axle. He's slapping all across
crazy.
all 5 lanes, back and forth a couple times.
But
Another
then he
guy,
did it again.
another guy, no.
Oh,
Well,
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
different.
because he went after he's on the side slapping. He's like, fuck it, and takes off and tries for it, and his axle just isn't letting him do it.
Oh boy.
So I had right before that, I had another guy do the same thing. I was in cruise control, and you got to tap your brakes to get out of cruise control, right?
Sure.
And he was so close to hitting me in this little tiny car, and I was in my huge truck. Like,
Right.
he almost wrecked too, and he drives by and gives me the West Side sign. I'm like, okay,
Oh.
but
Like it was your fault.
but also what we did is, it's kind of on the route to Vegas. And once I went up to Vegas with Swampcock and with Jeff, and on the way, there's a, right in that little area of Valencia, there is a huge Goodwill store. And so we're all trying to find like kind of funny shit or whatever maybe we're going to wear for the gig the next night, whatever. And he had this really weird guitarist at the time, not John, Jason. And so he's just he's kind of a goofy guy and whatever. And so I went over and I found this Flame t-shirt. Like you imagine like a dad with white Reeboks and a Flame t-shirt mowing the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, being on a King of Hill character. And I'm like, Jason, you got to wear this tomorrow night. And he was all, ha ha ha. And it was kind of weird. And he's like, no, I brought that shirt for tomorrow night. He already had it.
Oh my God.
I could not fucking believe I tried to clown on him, dude. And dude had the same shirt already.
Oh my God. That's pretty funny.
Move to get a backup though for a favorite shirt.
I couldn't believe it. Every time I drive past that Goodwill, I think of that.
That's pretty funny. Oh wow.
And Jeff, did you see someone die doing Wipeout?
Yeah.
Another one?
No, it was the same guy, but the autopsy came back.
Yeah, autopsy came back. He just had a heart attack. He was a 38-year-old guy. But I
Really?
I thought like you hear Wipeout death, you're like, which obstacle got his ass?
Yeah.
You know?
Right. What?
Ooh. I'd blame the big red balls.
Yeah.
Big red balls are brutal, dude.
Those are brutal.
No one can make him
Scorpion
across.
off those.
Fuck yeah. All right. So then there also, I get just all these little news stories. There was an 81-person French orgy that got busted.
Oh, let's hear about this one.
It's just-
During COVID?
No,
I
that was
love
it.
that
That was
there's
why.
odd
They're like,
numbers.
it's fine, but it's COVID. Go home. That was it. Like, there a couple people got fines. The people that set it up. Everyone else, they're just like, get out of here. Quit fucking.
Well, or were they soaking?
I don't know. There was a lot of shit.
You know what
going on.
soaking means? Remember from
I
last
do.
week?
Oh, I do.
Was
2
this
weeks ago.
a heterosexual orgy or a male orgy?
There was all kinds of shit. Yeah.
Because I think I told you about that.
Furries.
Oh, really? It was a big, crazy orgy.
I don't know. I didn't make a furry thing up, but yeah.
Come on.
Uh,
Don't do that.
I forgot.
Don't do that.
I forgot about that one guy that was in. I shouldn't say it because I forgot, but he got busted because he was in an orgy. But he hated all gays. But he was in a homosexual. Remember that? Yeah.
That was a
What?
senator recently, and he
senator.
got caught sneaking out the window in
Yeah.
his Jones, and they found him in the alleyway.
With
and he
ecstasy
twisted
pill-
his ankles in ecstasy.
Yeah.
No, it was English guy.
English guy
Yeah.
or something like that, and he's like, "I do not like gay people." Next thing you know, he's in an orgy with dudes.
I know, man. Just let people fuck. I don't know. But
Wow.
that's a super spreader event. Zing. Okay.
Okay.
He's so funny.
I know. So then, vaccine news. It's kind of in the same thing. That guy in Wisconsin, he sabotaged a whole bunch of the vaccine.
What? I didn't hear
on
about this.
purpose.
Oh.
And so people have kind of been digging in now. He basically let it sit out overnight or something on purpose. It was hundreds of them.
It was a lot.
And they arrested him, but FBI has been looking into him. He's a flat earther
Oh.
Whoa.
and a pharmacist. His name is Steven Brandenburg, and Steven Brandenburg is douche of the week. So yeah.
Wow. And he doesn't believe in the vaccine, obviously.
Yeah,
That's
doesn't
why.
believe in it. Earth is flat. Climate change doesn't exist. Shit like that. So instead of just, I don't know,
But
just don't take the vaccine, dickhead.
Right.
Let everyone else make their own decisions. Fuck.
What a shame.
And then there was a 9-year-old.
Clearly, Steven knows something that the rest of us don't.
Yeah, no, he doesn't know shit on shit, but he's the one giving everyone else medicine too. Yeah, he's probably fucking making millions on OxyContin sales, but
That's a shame.
yeah. And then there was a 9-year-old girl that got pepper sprayed. Did you see that, Courtney?
No.
Oof, that was brutal too.
Why?
Where are you seeing all this?
Not in a fun way.
Not in a cool way at all, man. Like her and her mom were in a fight or something, arguing, and she was resisting, so they. Like she's mouthing off and stuff, and then they fucking handcuffed her, and they were trying to put her.
Okay, so she and her mom are getting into it. The cops come.
Yep,
Got
and
it, okay.
they're still yelling and stuff. So instead of de-escalating the situation, they fucking handcuffed the chick, the girl. She's not a chick, she's just a little girl.
Little girl.
The little girl, a 9-year-old girl, and then they're trying to get her into the cop car, and she's like got her legs out and stuff, doesn't want to go in. So when the cop goes, just fucking pepper spray her,
What?
and then the person did goes, I got her. It's all recorded.
That's just so stupid.
Unbelievable. 9-year-old fucking girl, dude. I don't even
What are they
understand.
arguing about?
It doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter. She's a 9-year-old girl. If you can't handle taking care,
I'm not saying that it's right to pepper spray a 9-year-old girl, but I'm interested in what they're arguing about.
I don't know.
Fuck.
And fucking Google it, man. It's everywhere. It's one of those things that like should be everywhere, and it's trendy now because I love having the cops have the body cams because they can't get away with this shit they've all been doing. So that goes 33-1 cops.
Yeah. Wow. You're
Well,
right.
weren't we watching the?
I would say that'd be the douche of the week. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's a
I know
tough
that
call.
would be hard. That would be a hard one to continue because you'd find so many. But weren't we watching like Chris Rock and he was talking about how like there's certain professions where you just can't have bad apples and the police
Yeah.
is one of them.
Yeah,
Pilots are
like
one
pilots.
of them.
He's like,
right, yeah.
he's like, I think that we should like, oh, we crash planes all the time. We just have a few bad apples.
Yeah,
Our
right,
pilots,
right, right.
like no,
Yeah.
some places you can't do that. So yeah, there are lots of stuff on the on
That's
the
a
old
shame.
thing there. I have a lot more. I'm just gonna hit you with just 2 more, and then I want to get into that first song. How do you think that's pronounced? Ramenami?
Ramenami.
Ramenami.
Yeah.
That's got a good ring to it. All right, so then I got 2 plane stories since we did touch on planes real quick. Do you guys remember that fucking dude who stole the plane?
Yeah.
Was that me and you who were talking about that this week?
It was, but it was, I think through your worker, Ben.
Oh, yeah. Do you guys remember that? It was like a year ago or
Yeah.
something. He was he worked at the airport, flagging
Suicidal.
planes, whatever, suicidal. But he winds up stealing a plane, doing barrel rolls and shit. And he's super kind. The whole thing is recorded, and he's being super nice to everyone. He's like, they're like, here's how you're gonna land, and blah blah blah. And he's like, nah, there's an island out here that doesn't have any people on it, won't hurt anybody. I'm just gonna crash. Don't worry about it. Thank you though.
What?
And just
That's it.
he's like, I'm gonna do one more barrel roll and peace out.
No way.
That is so wild.
Is that punk of the month or punk of the week?
It's not. I got a really good one of those
Holy
coming up.
shit. So he just said, I'm going to steal this, do a couple barrel rolls, crash on the island,
Yeah.
and die.
Yep.
Dang.
What are you gonna say,
What
Jeff?
made you think of him? This happened to.
Oh, just because like my next little thing is the people that have been flying the planes, with the banners on the back.
Yeah.
Like
Right,
because there's one that just happened, the Robin Hood thing with GameStop and all that,
Yeah, right.
the stock and all that, and Robin Hood shut everyone down. Someone took their money that they made from that and hired a plane that just said "suck my nuts" around Robin Hood, just
Yeah,
flew
they
it
did.
around.
Really?
I was like, that's the best use of "fuck you" money ever, dude. Just like Trump had the one that said, "Trump, you pathetic loser, go back to Moscow," and then worst president ever is flying around Mar-a-Lago.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I think it's a great use of money, and it makes me think we need to get one for Sounds Like Nonsense
What?
and just fly it around, dude.
And say what?
That's a good question.
Suck my nuts.
Suck my nuts. We already did that.
Okay.
All right, let's do a song.
Dale, güey. Hi guys, we are Ramenami from Patagonia, very far away, and we want to share our punk rock music with the whole world. Goodbye.
That's cute.
So Ramenami is a 4-piece punk rock. Oh shoot, my I'm in Excel, so it moved. Punk rock, melodic skate punk, all that kind of stuff, and they are from Chile. And so when on the form and it asks about paranormal, he says, I live in front of the town cemetery. Sometimes corpses disappear. Smiley face.
What? Not real.
That's what he put.
Dude, hit us back up. I need a little bit more information on that, dude. I don't. They're probably selling bodies to like fucking teach a class or some shit. Like what's his tits? Ben
They're
Franklin.
still disappearing.
Oh yeah, Ben Franklin. Right.
I've learned a lot from Ben Franklin.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh,
No kidding.
fuck. All right, well, let's do some revisions, retractions. Does anybody have any?
I feel like
I got
do,
one.
But
You
go
do?
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. You were right, Jeff.
Watch out.
Massachusetts is not trying to change it to dinosaur state. It wants to be the state that is a dinosaur state. Wait.
I understand what you're trying to say.
It's not going to call. I'm going to Boston Transarola Rex. You know, or whatever those things.
Transarola Rex.
What's the Transarola thing? The
Chances. No, you got me.
Triceratop Rex.
Oh my god, dude, you got me messed up now. I can't do it.
So what it is that it was meant
Triceratops,
Triceratop
No.
Rex. What's the
Pennsylvania, I think. so.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes. That doesn't sound right, but yes.
My point is, you were right. They want to make it like the state of the dinosaur state, not
Yeah.
pterodactyl.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Massachusetts, the dinosaur state.
Yes. So I apologize. I thought they were making it. You know.
Are they going to make it? Is it going to be the dinosaur state, or is it going to be a specific type of?
It might be
dinosaur?
a Pacific dinosaur too.
Specific.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
keep your oceans
Hey,
over
no,
there.
that was awesome. You actually had a
I
real
know.
retraction.
That was real.
revision.
I like it.
I've
was-
been waiting for that
Look,
one.
it slams down his pen. Done. I'm out of here. Time to make a drink.
Pen
Yeah.
drop.
Anyone else?
So I listened to the episode before, like it was 2 weeks ago, so I cannot remember, but I remember that I had a retraction. I'll just have to think of it
Your
later.
retraction is that you forgot your retraction.
That is my retraction. But I
Okay.
know there was something that you guys said that I was like, hold on.
Well, I've got bad news, you guys.
Oh no.
Yeah. So then some of our neighbors, they're not nice people.
Ooh.
Somebody turned on someone's water spigot. I know. Can you believe it? Such a nice neighborhood.
What are you talking about?
I'm
Oh.
talking about some fucking gangster. It was probably a gangster. That guy
Yeah.
that showed me the West Side thing, hauling ass.
They turned on somebody's neighbor's spigot.
Yep, turned on the spigot. Just let it run.
And it wasn't their mistake.
Nope. Clearly on purpose. Spigot got turned on. I can't believe it. Well, at first we have the roses,
And then now this.
and now this. It's really sad.
That stuff is serious in your neighborhood,
I'm
man.
telling you, man.
You got to go to bed at night time.
Well, I had to get another camera. Yeah, actually, on a serious side, I just did see that catalytic converters are being installed still,
All throughout our
all
county.
throughout our fucking town. Have you haven't seen that?
No.
Oh, dude, yeah, it
The
happened last
sheriff's
night again.
department, the sheriff's department actually put out a statement because it's in specifically our area, but all throughout Santa Barbara.
That's such a dick move. But
Yeah.
yeah. So remember a couple months back, there was that lady that got caught with 104 chihuahuas at her house.
Of course.
You
Yeah,
were
I
talking about
remember.
that Santa Maria chick.
Yeah.
No charges.
What?
She did not get charged for anything. They said it was someone trying to do a good deed that got out of control. I'm like, that seems
Wow.
crazy. There's got to be some really special
Got to be
circumstances there.
at least 3 cases of bestiality. How long did she have all of these?
Ugh.
Yeah.
It was a long time, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're saying more than 3?
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely fucking those dogs. Is that that's
Settle
what you're
down.
getting at?
Okay, I do have
Your
a
mustache has
retraction.
got a little bit of a Chihuahua flavor right now. It does, just a little.
Okay, okay.
Woo!
Retraction. I found it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so my Sport News 40th giveaway it ends on February 28th because that is the last Sunday of the month. So get your submission in.
Yeah, you guys don't even probably know about it.
Well, yeah, you guys tried to say a little bit about it because I was like, hey, you can, kind of talk about it. Yeah, so what we want you to do And there is such an awesome giveaway. It's over $300 worth of merch. Pretty much every single band that I put on my playlist, there's some merch on there, in there. And so what we want you to do is we want you to rate, subscribe, share, and just basically screenshot that you did it and submit it at our website, www.soundslikenonsense.com.
There's a lot of good stuff
There's
in there.
a specific
Shitload of
link.
stuff.
There's so much stuff. And
I'm glad that you mentioned it because that's one of my retractions I have written down is that I will do this and Jeb won't do this. Fuck him. Like I have a choice. It's my money, you fucking asshole.
it's my money too.
Well,
Can co-hosts?
I was just
sign
gonna.
up for this?
I was just gonna say, can I do it?
yeah, I know.
No.
I want it. She,
No.
nope.
I
Fucking-
want some of this stuff too. Like you guys are getting.
But I like
stuff
how I
that-
got shit on for it. Like
You
I
shit
give it
on me
away
the
and
whole thing. Your whole thing.
you guys should hear the stuff that I edited out of her 4 hours.
Uh-huh.
Vicious.
It was not. I'm not that
Lots
vicious.
of burping and farting and mean talk.
No, that was yours.
That's true. Will, I got a question for you.
Okay, sure.
What is this? You don't have any guesses?
Okay, I don't think it's human.
This is a retraction revision.
Is this Will in the shower? Part 2?
Hey, Will! I don't hear any
Will.
parrots.
The chili feed?
All right, so
What do you think that
I
is?
believe that it's at first of all a zoo or a park because there's
Yep.
kids in the background.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know it's got to be an animal. Now,
Yeah.
what kind of animal?
This is what you're going to get tattooed on your body, boy.
If
Ooh.
that's a goddamn gorilla,
That's
or
a koala.
Koala.
That's a koala. I'm not even kidding.
I told you those fucking things are terrible.
Goddamn drop bear.
That's a drop bear.
What was it doing?
Just chilling.
Just chilling?
Dude, just sitting there on a branch. Just,
See what I mean?
That's your spirit animal, Will.
Oh my god, that thing's a demon. I don't understand.
I can't do it.
Well, that
Yeah.
poor thing.
Koalas, I don't know, man.
Those fucking marsupials.
Cute though.
Super cute.
I don't think they are cute. I was
I
looking at it
think
today.
they're
I'm like,
super cute.
they're pretty snotty and nasty. I
Oh,
don't know.
they have snot?
Big
Thinking
nose.
like the
big.
old
stuffed animal
nose.
version, not the actual version of them, but the cartoonish version of them.
Fair. I'll give you that. Yeah, cartoon version of koalas are pretty cute, but
I
Oh,
The
real
real-
ones
I
are
think-
disgusting.
I think
Yeah.
the real ones are cute too.
I don't think they are.
Okay.
I told you they eat their own diarrhea.
Okay.
They
So-
have
I'm not gonna hold
orgies,
that against anybody.
Chlamydia.
chlamydia.
Yep.
They fight.
Okay.
Yep.
Still good.
Jeff, do you have retractions revisions?
No.
All right, then I'm gonna hit you with 3 more. Then we're gonna go back to Mandela effect real quick.
All right,
Oh,
let's go.
jeez.
Just one. What is a really popular avocado? What would be the first?
Haas.
How's that spelled?
Hass.
Yes, it is. Haas. A lot of people think it was Haas. Haas.
No, I thought it was
Haas.
vice versa.
The
I thought-
real one is Haas. It's pronounced Haas, like class. But a lot of people are going, no, it's Haas.
Holy shit! Now I think it's Haas now.
I always thought it was Haas.
I
No,
thought
but-
it was H-A-S-S.
Haas. Like a Haas avocado. What do you think, Jeff, on that one?
I don't think at all on it.
You don't. Have you always known it to be the class?
I don't know avocado world, so
You don't,
Is it a-
you don't
is
do
it a-
avocados?
no.
Is it a
No.
vegetable or
Me
a
neither.
fruit?
It's fruit, right? Wouldn't it be a fruit?
Yeah,
I
because
think
all
it's a vegetable.
no, because I think only fruits have seeds inside.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And making strawberries not a fruit; it's a berry. I don't know.
Well, no, because there's some. Well, I'll have to think about this. You gave me something to think about. It'll be retraction for next week.
You got it.
Are we going to talk
Seeds
about
and pits the same thing?
What's that?
seeds and
Are
pits?
seeds and pits the same thing?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know, man. What's it? Never mind. I was going to do that stupid jam jelly joke, but I won't.
oh yeah.
So when we were doing my 40th birthday thing, whatever, and I went off on a rant like I don't need any more Red City Radio stuff because I've got everything already. I don't need any more Bigfoot stuff because I've already got everything.
Right.
Facebook got me with a new Bigfoot shirt.
Oh,
I shit you not. I
really?
saw that and I was like, that looks good.
Yeah, it looks tasty.
And I paused on it. I didn't click on it because I know better. But Facebook noticed my pause. And they're like, oh, yeah, dude. Take some more of these fucking things, dude. So, yeah, maybe I'm going to get it. Maybe I'm going to hold out as long as I can.
But you're definitely going for you're shopping.
No, dude. I was like, there's no way I don't need any more Bigfoot shit. And then boom, you're
Just
like,
get
are you
it.
sure? Are you sure?
Right,
Like I don't
right.
need any more.
And what are
Get
you?
it already. Get
what-
it over with.
What are you
No.
wearing right now?
I'm wearing a fucking Bigfoot shirt. I didn't even recognize.
24-hour Bigfoot attack.
You didn't even know.
I didn't even know. That's how much Bigfoot shit
That's
I
how
have.
much Bigfoot shit you got.
I
That
was
is
reaching out
fucking
to check the
funny.
first one. This is ridiculous.
Okay, but are we going to talk about the field trip to North Carolina?
I was thinking that we do that at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's get into Punk of the Week. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So Punk of the Week. Do you guys know who Joey Shithead is?
No.
DOA. They're legendary punk band, like from Canada.
Oh, Mike was talking about this.
A lot of people have kind of been talking about him. Everyone knows him as Joey Shithead. His name is Joey Keithley. But so just
Changed his last name. I take it.
well, no, he grew up a little bit, but they started because DOA has been around since 76 or 78 or something like. I'm gonna go with 77. So they've been going since then, but they've always been like a politically charged band, et cetera, et cetera. He's one of the pioneers of punk rock, really. So what he did though, he ran for government up there, and now he's on the city council in
Really?
British Columbia. And what he has done, he just put out this song with the mayor,
Really?
and it's just talking about. Let's see, what is the name of it? Let me pull up my notes right here. Beep, beep. We're all in this together. Is the name of the new song. Let's see. We got local Barnaby mayor provides the vocals and backing tracks, and the lyrics give praise to the bravery of nurses and doctors, providing aid to those individuals protected by the virus. The track lyrics also give credence to the severity of practicing social distancing. So, yeah, I thought maybe I would play that, and it's crazy. Joey Shithead, one of these crazy punks from
That's
way
fucking-
back, is now actually doing something that's actually involved.
I like it.
And he beat the old guy. Dude, listen to this fucking what this guy said, man. Where is it? Oh fuck, it cut off on my goddamn paper. So he unseated the 5-term Corrigan that was there, who said shit like, I'm gonna try to get this right because it cut off. It says, I would never bend over to give a homeless person a dime because he would try to steal my watch. It's who he beat, and he beat him by using $7,000.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That is something that I'm going to talk about in the episode or the interview, is how the difference between Canadian politics and ours.
Yeah, I thought it was a great time to bring it up
Yeah,
too because of
it's
Charlie
super
being
crazy, and that's one of the questions Lori asked. I
It's
was
really
so glad
cool.
she
It
did.
seems like Canada, you can kind of have a chance to,
Yes, you can.
as a regular person, to run for something. Whereas here, clearly, it's
Oh,
a popularity contest if you're famous already or whatever.
And just to kind of preface what Charlie said is, people in America are constantly trying to get money so that they can run again, and that's not the case in Canada. So definitely listen. It's super interesting.
All right, let's play this song. It's called We're All in This Together by Joey Shithead.
When things go wrong, when you have to make a stand, you gotta help your neighbors all across this land. And the frontline workers who fight to keep us safe, they are brave souls. By their courage I'm amazed, 'cause we're all in this together, and we've got to brave this stormy weather. You can count on us, well, your neighbors, and we're all in this together. So do the right thing, and by nurses and doctors, keep your distance. Don't be a fool no more. God's are standing on guard for you and I. So let's work together. Lift the spirit to the sky. 'Cause we're all in this together. And we've got to brave this stormy weather. right, and we're all in this together. And we've got to brave this stormy weather. You can count on us, we're your neighbors. And we're all in this together.
Hell yeah, man. So that was Joey Shithead. We're all in this together. If you guys don't know DOA, I don't even know why you're listening to this podcast. Just go out there and listen to DOA. Get yourself some of that shit too. So, yeah, I felt very proud of myself.
Well, good. I commend him. I think.
Yeah, he didn't see the new song. I was like, ooh, boom, perfect timing.
Isn't punk kind of really associated with politics?
Yeah, always has been. And, it's interesting because, I don't want to get into too many politics here. People really go back and forth on because they're very anti-government. Anarchists would be probably the first incarnation of it, but then you can't. I don't know. You can't. Anarchy doesn't work, right? So you have to.
You have to live within the system that you're in.
Right. So and then Republicans are less government is their whole thing, but then for social things, I think punks lean very left. So mostly left.
Not
but
always.
I don't know. It's whatever, man. But I think it's rad that we have our people that we've always been listening to and looking up to actually in the system now and making a difference for our confused, make up our minds for us. I'm dumb. That's my thing.
Okay.
Anyway.
Jesse Ventura.
Well, yeah. But he's gnarly, dude. He's fucking really gnarly. But it's entertaining at least.
So I got the Joel thing working.
Oh, geez.
Oh, dude, let's do it.
You want to hear one?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm a little nervous about this.
Well.
Oh. He just rips it out of the wall. What was that, Jeff?
Main client, a friend we could always count on, is moving away, or a loved one went
this
to
is
be
long.
with the Lord. We've seen God's blessing in the past. We know we have His favor, but it seems like that favor has been.
Pass.
Yeah.
Thank you, though.
That's
Wow. How did...
Was that a message or?
Yeah, it was a message.
Dude, I wonder how long these things go for.
I think you can hear him there's recorded sermons, but there's also just encouragements.
Okay.
Okay,
so
we're going to have to try
need
to fuck
figure
with
it
that
out.
thing, dude.
52 of them.
That is ridiculous. I can't believe he's making... What is wrong with people that have to listen to that? You know what? I really need some encouragement right now. Boop.
Yeah.
They don't have a phone in their fucking pocket that could do the same. Whatever. All right. Well, question of the week. Courtney would not go to space.
No. Forever? No.
Well, they're trying to colonize Mars, right, or something. That was the...
I'm out.
Jeff is the one that brought this one to the table.
No, I did not.
No? Oh, was it Todd?
I think it was Todd.
Oh, it might have been Todd. It wasn't me.
I think it was Todd. Yeah. Anyway, somebody did. So it said, would you if they're trying to colonize Mars, would you go and help build it and stay forever?
No.
Courtney's a hard no.
Hard no.
Will?
I'm a hard no. I want to be buried and not buried. I want to be burnt and spread all over the place.
You don't think they could do that in Mars?
No.
They would spread you all over the space.
Yeah, you'd get even further all over the place from Mars.
I think so.
I just want to die on my own planet. Is that too hard to ask?
Yeah. What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, I stay.
Yeah.
Now, if Mars is colonized, because it sounds like there's a shit ton of work.
Yeah, a
going
lot of work.
I
Yeah.
being part of the,
Yeah, you're not going to chill.
setup.
Yeah, if they get it all situated for us,
Well, here's
you
the-
get the bars open for us, we'll be coming over.
Let me know when the Pink
first-
Willies are ready.
The first couple rounds of people aren't really going to make it. That's the other thing that people
No, you stay
aren't
forever. You can't come back.
understood, but the
Why would
first
you come
couple
back?
rounds aren't going to even make it there is what I'm saying.
You don't think they're going to make it all the way to it?
and having to deal with the different atmospheres and stuff. Did you not hear that really boring guy when we were in Mammoth on the news talking about the planet and the life forms and all that kind of stuff? I was like,
Oh,
oh
no, I
my
was zoning out
gosh.
for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the kind of
Yeah, I
people
wasn't
that
paying
you're gonna
attention.
have to,
That's why I'm not going.
Yeah,
I
no.
can't pay attention like that.
no.
Huh.
Okay, now let's say Mars is developed. It's 100 years in.
Yep, sign me up. I'm on.
What, you would go?
Yeah, because there's so many great places that, you could probably explore and find different species.
The
and
big
everything.
red hole.
The big red hole.
Yeah,
The-
like once the
the
infrastructure
the
is
Red
Going
Dead
up,
back to
Sea.
that.
Yeah.
like, and it's, people have been living there for a while. Yeah, okay.
Plus, in 100 years, I'll be dead. So.
Uh-huh. That's true.
So-
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I don't know. It seems like I don't want to go anywhere and
whole
not
thing
have
is
the
a
option to
pretty-
come back.
I think it's a hypothetical question, though. So
yeah.
Definitely. But I don't know. Going anywhere and not having the option of coming back seems very scary to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, let me ask you guys this.
What?
Who said you use your voice to get someone sexually off right now? You use your voice to get someone sexually off right now.
I believe that was Jeff.
You use your voice. Can't even say it. You use your voice to get someone sexually off right now.
Yeah.
That might be me. Came out pretty well.
Yeah, it came out pretty well the third time you tried
Yeah.
to say it.
Exactly. I think it
You
was
said,
Jeff.
you even said, I can't do it.
All right, then it's not me.
All right, what about you, Courtney?
I said Jeff. I think
Courtney,
it's Jeff.
Jeff then?
yeah, I'll give myself that one. But I felt strong about Will too.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jeff. I'm not trying to. You use your voice to get someone sexually off right now?
Oh.
I want to play it again.
It was more of a question than a statement.
Right.
I know.
I'm not trying to. You use your voice to get someone sexually off right now?
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about on
What
that
are we
one.
even talking about?
Oh yeah. No, I remember, and I said I absolutely do. I'm doing it right now.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
doing it again.
Wow.
Kevin
So
Johnson.
I wish we had the reference of what we were talking about.
That's why I'm trying to be sneaky about it to at least
Better to
make
not.
it just hit you with the quote of the week.
Phrases out of context are all the better.
Yeah.
So, do you want to apologize?
Apologize?
It was me, Courtney.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, Will.
Oh, okay.
I'll apologize as well.
No, that's funny. Okay.
All right. So then, question of the week next week is going to be what? Did we say that?
Yeah, we did, but now I forget.
I know, dude. I had a couple bong rips. I can't remember.
Huh.
I didn't, but I still can't remember.
Well, I guess we did say it. So whatever that was,
We will get back to you.
yeah, we'll do that
Hey,
next week.
future Jeb,
Yeah.
write it down.
Okay. Write that shit down. Take notes, motherfucker.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So let's do some fake band names, and we'll get into our next song, which is going to be by Debt Cemetery. And dude, Debt Cemetery.
I like them.
I like
a
them.
lot.
I like them a lot
I
too. I
like
think we
them
got
a
to get them
lot.
to come on and talk to us.
Where
another
are
time.
they from?
Toronto.
Oh, look at Courtney with facts.
I know, I had-
Bam!
I had
She had
the
that right on
spreadsheet
top of
up.
her head. Okay, what is the real band name? Jizz or Diarrhea?
Diarrhea.
God, you just make such a huge philosophy out of this. It's amazing.
I'm really good at this.
Side note: is Jizz Factory available for a band name?
I don't know. I haven't looked that up.
Google it.
If you don't mind.
Jizz sake.
I'm going to give you a hint. Okay? There is a band called Diarrhea Planet, and they're a pretty big band. But that is not what I'm asking. I'm asking just the one word.
Diarrhea then.
Diarrhea or Jizz?
Give me some Jizz.
Jizz.
It's Diarrhea.
Ah,
And they're from Japan, and here they are. All right, so I had to take a quick break, and I find it again because of my stupid phone, but it says the name of their album, Diarrhea's album, is Anal Torture Grind.
Ugh.
Let's get a little piece.
well, that's enough.
Sounds like a goddamn koala.
That's enough. Okay. All right.
No, we're going to listen to this.
No, that's enough.
We're here for new music, Courtney. Yeah, if you guys want to find it, it is Diarrhea, Anal Torture Grind, and you can find that on YouTube. The whole album is only 10 minutes long, so. I'm not kidding. I really like it.
Regular spelling, Jeb.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Good to know.
But if you put it in Google, whatever, it doesn't pop up right away. That's why it took me a second. So anyways.
So you just have to go
So
to
far,
YouTube.
Jizz is not a band name. It is the style of music that the Star Wars band plays or whatever, in a bar.
What?
Jizz
That's
music.
whatever.
called jizz music?
That's called jizz music.
Well,
So that was
that's
something
weird.
that I learned today.
Never worked for me, but I'll try it again.
All right, so I got one more. And this one's a little bit more tame, I would say. Is it Anti-Fun Society or is it Anti-Fun Authority?
Anti-Fun Authority.
Authority.
Society.
Anti-Fun Society is the real band,
Ah,
and there's a clearly marked difference.
The other one sounds better.
Courtney said it so quickly. I just figured she absolutely knew.
Is there a band called Anti-Fun League? I feel like that's another band.
This is Anti-Fun Society.
Riot.
Right. Good.
Yeah, I like them.
They get a funny little bio. We're the Anti-Fun Society. We're a band. We played music. Sometimes people throw shoes at us. Those are the good days. Band history. We've been together for a little over a year. Have you performed in front of an audience? That's the question. We live in the OC. Maybe you've seen us on that TV show. That's it. That's all I can find on them.
Okay.
I like it. Cool. All right, so there it is. Fake bands, Anti-Fun Society, and Diarrhea.
Wow.
Yep.
You're sliding in the first and you feel something burst.
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
Oh, she said it so cutely.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's it for right now.
Really?
Yeah, I know. That was
Fantastic.
so easy. And I would say go check out Diarrhea Planet, though. That is actually a pretty cool band.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Courtney? Is it time for some Debt Cemetery?
It is.
What are we going to play?
We are going to play Kinda Sorta Maybe.
Just waiting and left feeling drained, like a fresh pack of flat batteries. And if you listen closely, I think it's time to hate me. I'm through falling down for you. I feel so much sweat and blood. It's time I spill the truth. I only suck around cause I'm contractually obligated. I'm through falling down for you.
I got some bad news for you, though. I think Courtney. I don't want. I mean, Jeb's turning snitch, so I'm going to snitch. But I think Courtney took a shit in wherever's back over here.
Yeah.
I saw her running forward with a thing of toilet paper.
Oh, snitchy snitch.
I did have to go to the bathroom, and our
I could
bathroom,
tell.
but our bathroom here doesn't have toilet paper. We have to bring our own.
No, that's not true. I put it in there, and then people steal it.
I
People
feel very uncomfortable.
This
that
is
I'm
America.
sitting so
Toilet
close
pa-
Oh,
to the bathroom.
You're not.
Toilet paper is like a rare. It's something that people steal, like catalytic converters around here.
Yeah, I guess so.
And
Converted into
roses.
a bathroom now. It's a bathroom now. Whatever's over here, it's a bathroom now.
It's where we store our paper goods.
I'm really sorry, Debt Cemetery, that this is the outro to your
okay,
thing. Hold
okay.
on, they sent us something. I want to play it real quick.
Hey, what's up? This is Davey Knight from Debt Cemetery, and you're listening to Sounds Like Nonsense.
Hell yeah. So,
Oh.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, Davey, that we were talking about toilet paper right then.
You shouldn't have even done anything. You could have cut it right in. Anyways, so Debt Cemetery is a 4-piece, fast melodic punk, highly influenced by the 90s. Something. I cannot. No, I can't do this with a spreadsheet anymore because it doesn't allow me on my phone to look at it. So I apologize.
You have
But
to get a computer.
yeah, I need my computer in front of me. But they're from Toronto, Ontario, and they did say, hey, if you like Strike Anywhere, and fuck yeah, we love Strike Anywhere, and so that makes total sense why we like you so much.
Dude, Debt Cemetery is awesome. I'd actually been listening to them a little bit before, and Courtney brought it up, and I was like, oh, I know those guys.
Yeah.
So I think that we're gonna have to get these guys on to talk to
Yeah,
us.
because they had some other stuff in the cells that I can't see, so I just want to talk to them directly, and so we'll try to get
Let's
them
get
on
it
the
done.
show.
We'll hit up Davey.
Yep.
All right, cool. And for everyone that wants
Yeah,
to get
Davey, we're coming for you.
Oh,
that
yeah.
wants to get on our show, like we are looking for submissions.
We are.
We have a lot of things coming up as far as interviews and stuff. But we want to play 2-3, like, let's say local bands or
Yeah.
not national touring acts and things like anybody.
Yeah.
You know, we want to promote you guys. So please do it. And what Courtney's done with the website is insane. Every band has their own personal page on our website. So it'll have your bio. It'll be like what we talked about or whatever it is. If we aren't talking to you, it'll just be your socials and
It
links
has
to all
direct
your
links to
stuff.
all of your
All
stuff
of your stuff on there.
on
so,
your own individual page.
And it looks rad.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as cheesy as the freebie one that we used to have.
I know. So yeah, so if you are a band and want to submit, go to www.soundslikenonsense.com, and there is a link on there as to submit. Also, there's a link to join the contest,
The Facebook group
the
and the
Facebook
contest.
group, like
Yeah.
and because the playlist is so challenging to find, like on
Spotify, yeah.
there's a link directly to our playlist, and it has any of the bands who we have played the songs is on that playlist as long as they're on Spotify.
Are you adding in the fake ones too?
No.
Dude, you have to start in it. Dude, Diarrhea needs to be on there.
Okay.
Definitely.
All
You
right.
know.
Well, then I need Sophia to go back through and listen.
All right, that's our intern right there. Way to name drop, lady.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
You did it.
so, and then also, hey, like, share,
Yes.
subscribe, do those things. That really helps us. It's easy for you, but
Please
it really
do it.
helps us out a lot.
And right now, if you screenshot those things, you get to,
You're into the contest to win, like,
$300 worth of swag.
Over
It's probably.
300.
I was gonna say it's over 300.
It's
Oh,
over
I feel like
$300.
you're saying that for my sake.
I don't want to get into numbers.
The real number is probably like 500. because
It's over 300.
there's vinyl and shit in there.
There's vinyl, there's
Yeah.
shirts, there's masks.
There's shit in there.
all
There's
sorts of
shit.
things.
There's turkey legs.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd be
There's
missing
pictures
out.
of Jeff's hind end.
Hind end. What are we?
Enjoy that Pringles can. When you open it, get your face nice and close.
That's right.
Oh, there will be a Pringles can. I'll do that just for you, Jeff.
Ooh, are you gonna fart in it personally?
No, but maybe I'll have one of you do it.
Oh, are you gonna hold the can?
No?
Oh, you should. All right. Well, yeah, do that. So give us a like, give us a thingy, and also if we have played your band on here, tell your. I know everyone knows everyone, right? So
Yeah.
you have friends that have bands. Just get them signed on
them-
board.
tell them
get
to
them on
submit.
board, signed up.
That's right.
Okay, let's do it. Culture Corner.
Oh, that's right.
Look at you.
First time I nailed it.
Did.
Holy shit.
You are so proud of yourself.
I-
like where this is heading.
I got some rosy cheeks on that
I
one.
wish
I'm
I-
blushing.
I should have recorded that. That was so cute.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am doing the Culture Corner. There's so many things I would like to talk about, but one of the main things was that I already did this before I wanted to do the paranormal one, because we got some weird shit going on in this office. And I mean weird stuff in the sense of orbs, noises. But I'm going to have to save that one for a little bit later, because this is the counterculture.
Damn it, you nailed it first thing
I
out.
know.
I did. I didn't want to
Yeah, you
interrupt
did.
you. You said you nailed the keyboard, and you said, this is the Culture Corner, blah, 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 blah. And I was like,
did.
You did.
and I
Actually, just keep going, Will.
Yeah.
You're
keep
rolling.
going. Yeah.
Go.
Oh, man. Well, all
nailing
right.
it.
Oh,
Well, there's a couple things I want to say. Now, this is not paranormal, ladies and gentlemen. This is not, but I'm going to reference some things.
Okay.
I do not believe in Bigfoot, and I think a lot of people don't either, and I agree with you guys. But I do want to
you
tell
are
you something.
alone.
I do want to tell you that in 2020, last year,
Yeah.
we found a new species,
A Bigfoot?
a new mammal species,
Oh.
Oh,
What is it?
weighing over a ton.
what?
It's got to be in the ocean.
We found a new whale.
Ooh.
You got to admit, that's pretty impressive for a mammal to be that enormous.
And just find a new species.
And just find a new species.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And when I bring up the Bigfoot thing, is even though I don't believe in it, is that we still today are discovering species of whales.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we're in Mars, like you said. We're up in space now, and we're still discovering huge megaton mammals.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, dude.
Let me give you a couple.
Say
What's it
Big-
called?
and then you say Bigfoot doesn't exist. It just doesn't match up, Will. It's okay.
I
Like the
know.
rest of us.
What's the name of this new whale?
Well, let me get back onto my resources here. But see, I don't know how to get rid of the goddamn piano. That's what buns me out.
Yeah, you got to turn it sideways and flip up.
Oh. Got it. All right. All right, here we go. This is a quote from one of the people, and one of the people is somebody I don't know. So it just sends chills up and down my spine when I think that we might have accomplished what most people would say was truly impossible. Finding a large mammal that exists on the earth that is totally unknown to science.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking amazing. Now, with that, maybe there is a Bigfoot, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe there is a Bigfoot. I mean, come on.
Dude, there's a lot of wood out there.
The discovery of new species of beak whale proves how much mystery there is left to discover in the oceans that our captains, crews, and research partner reading.
Yeah.
My point is,
Well, that's kind of what Sergi was saying too, right? He was like, I don't believe in Bigfoot. Sergi from Sam I Am and Racket
Right.
Club and whatever,
Right.
and Ways Away.
I was going to say I loved how he called you fucking idiots.
Thank you, Courtney. God damn it.
Well, he was calling me an idiot too, but just saying like, oh yeah, no, I don't believe in.
But
any of that stuff.
his thing was just that. Like, ocean is huge.
Right.
Like, that's so hard to explore. And hard to
well,
discover.
I mean, isn't it a fact that we know more about space than we know about the ocean?
You think that?
What?
Yeah.
No.
I thought we know more about, we have more
Ooh.
discoveries and more, like, we're already in our galaxy. We're already traveling and shit.
I mean, the ocean
No,
is
dude,
so
I got it.
vast.
I
that
can't
The solar
think that.
system has to be way more.
Yeah, the solar system's somewhere we can't even comprehend,
Right.
No, you're right.
or whatever.
Here's what
universe.
I'm saying.
not Solar system.
We know more about space than we do about the ocean.
That's what I'm saying. No, we don't. We don't even know the things that we need
Correct.
to know.
Yeah, we
about
don't know what
space.
we don't know.
But you're not
about
understanding.
space.
There are known unknowns
You're
and
not-
known unknowns.
You're not
knowns.
understanding.
Okay.
Okay.
We know more about space.
Okay.
All our research and all our papers, we know more about the stuff
Okay.
than we do about the ocean.
I don't understand.
We don't know what's beyond in that galaxy far away.
Right.
But we know more about space. We
In
know
our
there's
limited capacity.
we
of
know about
knowing.
that there's a star, there's a sun, there's this, there's oxygen, all that shit.
Okay.
We know about that
Yeah.
more than the stuff that we know about the ocean.
Did you get into my pot right now?
Oh God,
You don't smoke pot, but I think I had this conversation with a friend last
this
night.
is ridiculous.
No, I think I understand what you're saying.
It's not that they know everything about space. They just have more details about space than they do about details of the ocean.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Okay?
I still say no. I'm not doing it. Don't
After
get
that
mad.
compelling argument, you're still going to say no, Jeb.
Yeah. Look at
This is bullshit. Welcome to Bullshit Corner.
he got mad. I was
No,
not trying-
anyways, I just want you guys to keep your mind open. But there's many, and that's he is right about the ocean. Although they did find a new species, this was kind of relatively new, maybe like 20 years ago. That's new. We found a new ape species.
Yeah.
In the middle of.
Go on.
So there's still possibilities.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
no, he's real. You just accept him into your life like Jesus. I'm accepting donations on his behalf. You can send them to soundslikenonsense@gmail.com, Venmo, PayPal, whatever you want to do.
Don't
I'm
do
here
that.
for you.
Don't
I
do
will
that.
tell you. I will tell you next week.
Generous.
I'm going to be doing
Very generous.
paranormal, and I'm going to show you guys these clips of these orbs because I'm really telling you, there's some weird shit going on in
If
this
you're
place.
in the Sounds Like Nonsense Facebook group, you'll already see it.
So, Jeff, you don't know this.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when Will got here today, he was on hold with Nest Camera
Oh yeah.
that asked him about orbs.
And she's like, I don't understand.
She was not from here.
No, but she was very compassionate. You
Yeah.
need help. You
Yeah.
need help. I'll get you help.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, you're so sweet."
Well, no, she was like, no, you need to go to the video department because you were in a different department.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was very helpful.
She was scared for you, I think, a little
Yeah.
bit. She was like, maybe it's bugs. I don't know.
yeah.
Like,
Anyways, I'm going to figure this out. So that's the end of my little thing.
that was a big flurry though that we got last night.
That was a big flurry.
Got a little alert. 50 orbs flying at the camera.
I just want to
I
tell you
gotta
one
figure
more
out
thing.
how to.
No less than 50.
You'll have to see the clip
I want to tell you this though.
longer than the 5 seconds.
Nest would be unusable if every time an insect alerted me,
Right.
I'd be doing this. Fuck this.
Dude, there's 50 of those things, right? There's not one bug in this place. I
know.
don't have trash in
But
here.
you get my
like,
point? If like a fucking fly kept.
Yeah.
Right.
One fly in here, you know
You
it.
have a wall that's really disgusting.
There's a lot of spit on the one wall, but let's dry it up. They need fresh stuff. I got to start jamming again so I can start spitting some more and give them some food.
So gross.
Oh, well, all right. Well, that was the Culture Corner. I liked it.
Yeah, well.
New mammal. I
New
like that you're
mammal.
giving people hope. That's what it seems
New
like.
beak whale. It was found in the Mexican Gulf.
Oh, really? That's close.
Yeah. Very
Nice.
cool.
Very cool.
Now it's time for
Courtney
Courtney's
segment.
segment.
Oh, okay. So, no, I wanted to talk about giving gifts because this week was really cool. Well, last week, I don't know. I'm getting confused as to how the episodes roll out, but
Yeah.
Jeb, for my birthday, pre-ordered a cake, a specialty cake, in Mammoth, and surprised me. So I got off the mountain that day, and it was, I was tired and everything, and
This was on your actual birthday.
it was not.
Oh.
It
But
was
it
just
was-
for the mammoth getaway.
It was the Mammoth getaway for Jeb and my birthday.
Right, yeah. Dr. L and Mike, they bought the passes for Courtney, but then they paid for our place to stay. So
Right, and it was a
it was
rad
up for our,
place.
yeah, dude. So,
And it's
so
her
nice of them.
40th birthday, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Her
for
40th.
both
I
of
know.
us. And so, but it was really cool because I wasn't expecting it, and so he's like, "Hey, Court, check out what's in the fridge." And so I went in the fridge, and it's like this beautiful chocolate cake with like berries on top and everything, and it has like little 40 candles on the not 40 candles, but it was like a 40 candle. And so I just was like, wow, that's so thoughtful and stuff, and I was so blown away just because I didn't know it was coming. And the really cool part about that cake is that like we had it that night, and the frosting was just like his grandma's, like homemade
Really?
frosting. It was the best, and it's one of my favorite cakes that she makes. Is called eggs on toast, and so it has that frosting on it, and then peaches and whipped cream.
So
and
it's like
everything.
chocolate on chocolate, but it's like a buttercream chocolate thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
With a canned peach, with the syrup and all that shit. They come in half that, and then you circle it with whipped cream.
So it looks like an
Like
egg
an
on
egg.
toast. But it's so
Wow.
it was
I don't
just
like it
so
that much.
cool. No, it's not his favorite.
Impressed.
But
Thank you, Jeff.
I
Glad
think
you enjoyed it.
it's
I'm glad you enjoyed
delicious.
it.
Too tangy. No, this was with blackberries.
it
Though,
was with
and stuff.
blackberries and stuff. So that was really cool. And so I just wanted
Did anybody put something about a toenail on the top of this cake?
No.
Trying to disgust you?
Nope. See,
No.
I was nice.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even thumb drag it, Jeff. And
I didn't even thumb drag it.
I mean, you don't know how close I was to thumb dragging it, and that was going to be her surprise. Got you a cake, and then just see that on the Facebook group.
But also, like, as part of that, like, he took us down to the lifts every day because, he wasn't snowboarding or anything and just chilling, and, like, kind of really spoiled us all, really, so that we didn't have to use the trolley, all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to give Jeb a shout out. But I also wanted to talk about how, like, because he's just a really thoughtful person in general. So I just
Okay.
wanted to ask you, what is your thinking process of like giving gifts? Because do you give gifts that way? I'm terrible at it.
I don't know, dude.
He is very thoughtful. When I saw him order this cake before you guys left, I'm like, that is just brilliant. By the way, do you want to give a shout out to that bakery that did a wonderful job?
Yeah, who is the bakery?
You know, I can't quite think of it. It's right there. It's right there by the by Vaughn's. And
But they did a really great
Oh.
job.
the Mammoth Bowl. Yeah.
They
It was
did a really-
delicious. They were great. You know what? Yeah, it couldn't be easier. It's everything's takeout. You know, so I knew.
But it was just
You order
smart.
a
It's
nice
just
cake.
smart to actually have it planned, as opposed to last minute Albertsons cake. you know?
Right.
I
Because
changed
that's-
it up a little bit too, and I was like, they have like the list of things they do, but I was like, can I do this instead?
That's the kind of stuff that I do. I'm like last minute. I'm like, oh shoot, I should have gotten a birthday present, kind of thing. Like, what about you? Well, like,
I'm just gonna say, take notes, motherfucker.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, hey, take notes. But then I want to talk about like what kind of gifts you guys do, and are you thoughtful like that? Because I'm not, and I want to be better about that.
Also, I think, sorry to interrupt, but I also think that
I-
him cooking dinner is also a huge gift in thoughtful ways.
Oh, yeah.
Because cooking is a major deal for
Ugh.
certain people, and I'm included.
I freaking hate cooking.
I like to
hate-
cook, so I just don't want to do the dishes.
Yeah.
you know?
And I did the dishes. And
Well,
I
also
didn't
like
really-
everyone's going snowboarding and stuff. I don't, so I
Right.
just cruise around, hit the grocery store, whatever, come home, cook it. So whatever, it's no big deal for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
don't know.
Jeff, I'm sorry. You go. How do you give gifts?
Yeah. What is
Other
your-
than
what
a
is your
Pringle can.
process?
What's my process?
Yeah, like because you're good at giving gifts too, because you sent something to us like, and you're like, hey, like you're getting something, don't open it till the episode.
Yeah.
I can't. That didn't really count. You do have something coming soon, though. In fact, I will be able to address this question
Oh,
after you've received it,
okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
because I have a new theme for 2021.
What's that?
I can't tell you,
Oh.
but it'll show up.
He's excited about it though.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is my gift for everybody in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
it's like that.
So
All
I'll be
right.
able to expand on this. What I just think I kind of come up with an idea and then I just write it for the whole year. It's like, oh, everybody's getting this done.
Oh, I like that idea. So it's like a theme gift for everyone, but it's still
Yeah,
thoughtful.
beer can chicken holder.
Yeah.
Done. Send it to everybody you know.
Okay. All right. I
Dude,
like it.
have you used those before? The beer
A
can,
beer can chicken. What?
the beer can chicken thing?
Don't make me slap you. Don't make me slap you.
I don't like it that much.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love a beer can chicken.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I can't do it. Like the ink and everything on the can, it just grosses me out, dude.
Oh, son.
Mm.
They've got $20 on Amazon. I'll send you one tomorrow.
Okay.
They've got these stainless steel ones now. You pour the beer in. Yeah, you don't
That makes
actually
more
have
sense.
to use a beer can.
Yeah. But what
Yeah.
what kind of beer do you put in there?
You can put anything in there. You can put Sunkist in there.
You know what
orange
normally
soda.
works best with
That would be so
Oh,
gross.
fuck no.
It's not that you're really getting a taste of the beer. It's just
The moisture.
the moisture soaks into the bird. I will also recommend my buddy Brian McDaniel, shout out, get a little spray oil and then spray the outside of the bird every so often, like every 15 minutes.
just like olive oil or something?
Yeah, gets it nice and crispy.
Or duck fat spray.
Oh yeah?
That should be the name of a band. Duck fat spray.
That shit's flammable as fuck. That would melt your
It's
house.
very flammable.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I want to get better at giving gifts because this year, like, Jeb kind of went above and beyond, and I was like, dang, this makes you feel so special.
Ding, ding.
Also, the other thing that I'll mention is like we don't do
Well done,
Valentine's
Jebediah.
Day, and we don't do all those kind of things. But
No.
every time
You're not getting shit for Valentine's.
But every time, almost every time you go to the store and just buy groceries, you always get like a thing of flowers for me, and it's just so nice. And so,
And what else do I do?
and you get one for my mom too,
Bing. That's how you do
because
it.
she lives downstairs.
But
so-
how do I do that though? I give them to Riley. Riley, you got
Oh.
you went and
Right.
got flowers for your grandma.
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
So
Mhm.
just something to think about, people. Like
He's
it
a
really
good
does-
guy.
Well, yeah, but also just like it made
You
me.
wouldn't think it. Not on the onset.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
It made me think about my gift giving game because I was like, oh, I'm not good, and so I want to be better about it. So yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to say that because if your gift giving game is not good, and you want to make your people feel special, take a tip from Jeb.
Well, no, I don't
Well,
know.
Courtney-
Dude, you made a specialty cake for me. I got 2 cakes. Remember that?
You got 2 cakes.
So then I was like, well, that's got me thinking. I was like, oh, she ordered me a cake and whatever. I was like, I bet she would just like the same courtesy extended.
Oh, so I was a good gift giver?
That was it.
Oh, okay.
I was just
Well,
like, you know,
I would like
copied.
you to maybe up your game on gift giving, maybe.
Yeah.
Because my birthday's in a couple of weeks.
I know it is.
And I want to see how good your gift is.
Thank
and
Let's
if,
have this conversation now. Good call, Will.
I
and
know,
if it's
thank
not
you.
over
I appreciate
$50,
it.
if it's not over $50, I don't want it.
Okay.
I already know what it is.
Please leave the receipt and tell me exactly where it goes if I don't need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And no, I'm joking.
I appreciate the reminder.
Okay, yeah.
The things you were describing, Courtney, I think it's just when you know somebody's putting in time or they're sacrificing. Jeb's driving you guys up and down the mountain. That's
Right.
super cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, acts of service.
Acts of
See?
service.
Acts of
Well,
service.
go-
Acts of service.
Also goes a long way when you love someone.
That's true.
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, here we are.
Here we are.
All right.
Oh,
All right,
you're all
guys.
uncomfortable. Like
yeah,
we're talking
yeah.
next
Let's
to you.
just move on.
Oh.
Yeah, all right. All
Okay.
right.
All right, so you did do that interview with Charlie Angus,
I did.
and we're just gonna do that at the end of the show. So I do want to play a song from him, and then we'll come in and do closing thoughts.
Awesome.
So we'll just mix it up a little bit. So this is Grievous Angels and All Night Depanneur. How would you say that word?
Depanneur?
Depanneur. All right, All Night Depanneur. Let's go with it.
At an all-night day Panarin Hall, he's looking to make it home. The snow is falling on the ground so cold, like the setting of a Christmas poem. And it flashed his mind through the halls of time to a yesterday he used to know. And he reached for the rack or the wine in the back and grabbed 2 bottles to go. When I see the snow, I see Sarajevo and that village burning by the road. When I see the snow and all the things I know, and I just can't put it back no more. Kandahar, neath the desert stars, I gave everything they'd need. But the kid at the cash just stared right back and said, $20, please. There's a chopper sound, and it goes round and round in every one of my dreams. My Marie, you waited patiently, but it wasn't me who finally made it home. Looking to make it home, and the snow is falling on the ground so cold, like the setting of a Christmas poem. When I see the snow, when I see the snow, I see Sarajevo and a village burning by the road. snow. And all the things I know, I just can't put them back no more. I just can't put them back no more.
All right, that was the Grievous Angels all night debonair, and that was Charlie Angus.
Yeah, and we will do an interview with him at the end
Stick
of this
around.
episode.
Courtney said it was one of the best interviews that she's ever done.
It was amazing.
Good.
And I feel
cool.
so embarrassed that I haven't listened to it. I have had no time. It's
Yeah.
been crazy. Barely got the last one edited out this morning.
Mm-hmm.
For tomorrow, it's been wild because we're trying to do fun things, you know?
Yeah, right.
And
Exactly.
working. We're
Yeah.
working.
Get out there and do shit. All right, pause. I want to hear the story.
By the way, when you say you're on vacation, when do you go back? Why are you on vacation? Because of.
I took 2 weeks off.
Oh, good. So when do you go back?
The end of February.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Courtney's got a lot of time off. So what does she say? She calls.
All right, so
you-
here's the deal. So I know he was like my friend that I grew up in the hospital. We were born in the hospital together, right?
Wow.
So he's like, a friend that I don't see, but we can get right back to talking to each other.
Right.
She texts me one night.
Ooh, after
last
drinking.
week?
No, this is a while back, and I think I was texting her, going, "Why am I texting?" I was fucked up. I'm going, "Why am I texting his wife?"
Yeah.
I'm going, this is getting trippy. I know her because I grew up with, I know her. And then something came up where she listened to my record and likes my voice, thinks it's sexy. I don't like how you just did that right there.
That doesn't creep you out?
Yeah, but I was hammered. So anyways, and then, I read back some texts and some of them are like, so let's meet up in Roseburg. And I are good with this, I think is what she said.
What?
And then she does this, meow.
Like a little meow emoji.
No, and then like a purr. And and I'm going, what the fuck? And then she just texted me last night.
No.
Just listening to your music. Thought I'd give you a ring. And by the way, this is a wife. This is not like. Actually, I could talk to Courtney, but like.
How long have they been married?
20.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, and it makes sense. Just looking for a little of that will.
I guess.
So then you just hit up and be like, she said it's cool if I fuck her. What do you think? Right? Is that cool?
No, it sounded like the two of them.
Oh, no. I can't do that. I'm not doing. First of all, I'm not doing it. First of all, I'm not fucking doing it. This is too trippy. But I do want to say that she looks like the girl from the girl that killed her mom from a wheelchair.
No.
Yes.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. She talked like a baby.
And she did this purr, meow.
Oh.
And she has those glasses,
Oh, yeah.
And she likes it in the butt.
What?
Yes, I know.
And so it's just
Oh, the mommy dearest.
mommy
Yes,
dearest. That's what she
exactly.
looks like.
Yeah.
So-
Weird.
First of all, I wouldn't.
Hang on,
So hot.
Stand down.
I'm not. I would never do it.
Getting all worked up for what?
I know.
Jesus, put that at the beginning, bro.
I know. So basically, I'm waiting for when Jeb's going to offer his wife to
No,
me.
thank you.
So,
No,
Sorry, bud.
that's not happening.
By the way, joking. I want to say that was true. Everything I said, and it was just such a weird thing.
Am
And
I,
Super weird.
I will never bring it up to him.
am I allowed to play this on the podcast?
No,
Fuck
he said
no.
his name.
I can beep it.
I mean, you could edit out names and shit.
Nobody wants to hear this, and no one's going to believe a fat fuck getting laid by a
Up,
dumb.
dude.
Time.
Hey, we're not on the podcast, guys.
I think that we are. I think we have to keep it.
No.
All right, so I'll trade you keeping it for free. You don't have to read.
All right.
All right, deal. I'm in. Okay, well, I don't know, man. I will beep the names, but now what? Where do you go from here?
Well, now where I don't, nothing's going to happen. I'm going to call
Well,
him.
no, I mean, you're gonna have to be like, hey, I'm very flattered, you know.
Yeah, but I would never do that.
Or just block it.
Like, close my eyes and do it?
Like,
Block it out for my memory.
block her
Damn,
on
Courtney.
your phone so
Oh.
that it doesn't.
Well, you can't do that because that's his friend that he's
Yeah.
had forever.
Yeah.
You can't-
I'm never going to bring it up. I'm just going to be like,
That's it. You just skirt around it.
yeah, just hi,
Avoid it.
see you
Yeah.
later. And all of a sudden I go up
Or you
there.
Just say, hey, I'm a little uncomfortable with this.
What if it's
Let's just let this pass.
it turns into a Lifetime movie
No,
where like
what Jeff said.
she
that
throws
was
me
good.
against the wall and starts kissing me. My husband's gone. My husband's gone. Sorry, Mrs. Robinson. Sorry.
Oh,
just,
man,
let me
I'm
just
watching her hands on you right now.
let me just blow you real quick.
Oh God.
That went real sideways.
No, it didn't. That sounds just right.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I bet that's what's gonna happen. You just don't look her in the eye ever again. That's it. You just
So do the deed. Don't look at her in the eye.
don't
Oh.
do the deed. You
Oh.
just avoid eye contact.
You want to do it because
I
you keep
don't.
talking about it.
I don't, because I would never do that to any of my friends, let
Right.
alone I'm not attracted to her
What if she-
remotely.
Like next time you see her, she's in a wheelchair and she's just giving you that look.
Mommy, dearest, no.
Roll on over.
Oh, God.
Come on, that was a callback and it was perfect.
That was good.
Okay.
Okay, so closing thoughts.
So fuck.
Oh my God, when are we gonna go to rally? And second part of this question, which I know you love, can we get like I don't know what would I say, not to be sponsors, but can we go to the drag show and do our show?
And do our show there.
Because I'll bring gear.
Huh? We can.
You need
I
to
could
ask.
talk to somebody. Yeah.
Talk to somebody.
But we can't go for quite a while, right?
I was thinking summertime. You know, I should be getting my vaccination anytime now. I get my flu back last week. I should be getting my vaccination here shortly. So once I do that, I'll feel pretty comfortable doing it, masking up and all that shit. I already washed my hands like a maniac, but
Well, I don't think I'm in line for quite a while.
Yeah, I don't think.
what are
I am
you
either.
at risk? You're not at risk.
What do you
I'm
mean?
just kidding. I'm getting the vaccination because I have the autoimmune disease and I take the weird.
Yeah,
medicine,
and you're also
That's how I'm
special
in.
needs, not special needs, sorry.
Jeez.
Special interest person. They need you.
Oh,
yeah.
essential workers.
Essential.
Yeah, but I don't know. Does that makes you guys feel uncomfortable? We can wait some more.
We'll just see. We'll play it by ear. But I think that would be a fun one. I think that would be a fun next.
I'm willing to do it.
It's something that you got to kind of start planning towards now.
Yeah. Not
Yes.
a whole lot on my side, so yeah, let me know.
You guys have
it
been
is
real
a
quiet.
lot on. It is a lot on your side because you need to go ask. You're there and you go.
Well, it might just be a thing. Maybe go a couple more times. We got time.
Go
you
a
know?
couple more times.
Start learning some names. Like
I'm not looking for your permission to go to a drag show. Goddamn it!
I'm
I
just
know.
I'm just saying, make some cards. Say
I-
Delicious J
Right, right.
Productions. You know,
I
like hey.
do feel though that if we go, you guys have to dress up and drag.
Oh, 100%. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I'm a
it's not really a group participation thing, but
I'm a good-looking woman. Have do you, that face swap thing that makes you a girl or whatever?
Yeah.
I did that, the filter, whatever, and my guy friends are like, I'd probably fuck you.
Oh.
No.
I will show you.
Where does your
haven't
beard
even
go?
seen
It just vanishes?
Yeah, they erase it. I'm gonna show you right now. You're gonna fucking want to fuck me, dude. It's gonna be
No,
crazy.
no.
I'm telling you.
No.
And then, so this is episode 36. We gotta.
I mean, if you didn't talk, maybe.
Well, maybe I'm gonna talk.
Will
you
you
know that.
watching the game?
I am watching the game, and you know, I know everyone doesn't give a shit, but I'm gonna go KC.
Oh,
Any
really?
special food you laying out?
Oh yeah, but we're gonna just do.
Because it's just the two of you.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything crazy. No, I'm not. You're right. I should have done something interesting. That's not you. Yeah, I'd fuck you.
Snap a picture of it and send it to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you got to text them.
Did you doctor that up?
It's an app.
No way.
It's like a Snapchat thing where you could like be a woman. Now, everyone is not as beautiful as me. I tell you, because we did it with TJ from Last Point.
Oh,
woof,
boy.
woof. They left him bald still. It's just very weird. And then
kind of thing.
and then,
not all women can pull that off.
But
no,
if he had hair, lady
Or should
hair,
try
what
that.
would
he grows his hair out, which is weird too. It's the first time he grew his hair out. I was like, what the fuck am I seeing
Oh,
right
I
now?
do. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I'll post this one.
You got to post that.
Yeah, I'm hot, dude. Don't worry about it.
Jeez. God.
All right. Well, that was our show. Thank you guys very much for sticking around, listening to us. We appreciate you. What's it? What's up? Sunday, Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. You excited? You got money on the game?
We got Young Buck versus the Old Man.
I think old man's got him.
Ooh, we'll see.
Yep. Who you got money on?
I got KC.
You do? Okay. You get $1,000, $2,000.
Well, it's basically my head.
Okay.
No, joking.
What?
My head. Like they were going to chop my head off if I lost.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
So it's everything. It's all in.
It's all in.
Jeff, what about you?
About 5 pounds.
5 pounds?
Yeah, that's how much food I'm going to eat tomorrow.
Nice. That's what
Yeah.
Courtney likes about Super Bowl is the
I know
snacks.
the snacks. Yeah. So if you have a band and you want to submit, go to soundslikenonsense.com. Also, please go ahead and screenshot all of your shares, all of your things, so that you can enter the contest.
Yeah, lots of good shit on there. And then I've been forgetting to say it. 1-805-697-7070 is the phone number if you just want to call and leave silly shit. Courtney went through the phone today. We keep forgetting about it. Phone is like old technology, so we haven't been
Anything?
checking. That's it. Anything. Do it. And
Yeah.
it sounds like nonsense@gmail.com. And I appreciate it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's good,
Thank
All
you.
right.
good to see you guys.
See you guys.
Yeah, see you next week. And you guys stick around for Charlie Angus. Deuces.
Hi,
Okay,
Charlie.
I'm really sorry.
No worries. No worries at all. Thank you so much for being here on the Sounds Like Nonsense podcast. I am Courtney.
No problem.
Awesome.
I had it written down for 3:30.
Oh, no worries at all. No worries. So I'm Courtney, and this is my co-host for the day, Dr. L, Lori. And so,
Hello, Dr. L.
so I just wanted to start by kind of opening up the floor for you to tell us a little bit about who you are for the people who are listening who may not know, because it's not every day that we get to talk to somebody who's not only a musician, but is on the Canadian Parliament. Like, that's your day job.
That's my day job. I am the. Okay, we starting?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm Charlie Angus. My day job is Member of Parliament for Timmins James Bay, which is a region bigger than the United Kingdom.
Wow.
And it's a job I love. I love the people. It's crazy work. It's a little like rock and roll, but it never stops. And when I'm not, well, in my off time, I'm the nominal leader of the band Grievous Angels, which has been around forever, and we've just recorded our 8th album. So we're
Wow.
it's mixing music and politics. Thank you.
So you're actually pretty prolific, because not only have you created 8 albums with Grievous Angels, but you also have been writing a ton of books, and you're a producer.
I was just having a conversation with one of my daughters last night, and I was saying, it's product. It's like, you got product here. This is great stuff. Get it out. Do something with it. It's yeah, I'm just fascinated by things. I had this funny obsession for a long time. I photographed gravestones, and people were like, what are you doing? I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but there's something here. And I started mapping them out, and there was a couple of graveyards I was really obsessed with, and I ended up, there was a book out of it. So
wow.
I just find things really, really interesting. And the great thing about politics is I get to see a lot, and I get to meet a lot of people. And the great thing about being in the Grievous Angels, I mean, I quit school when I was 17 to go on the road with a punk band, L'Étranger. And those were pretty wild and crazy days. And then we formed the Grievous Angels and went on the road. And to get to see the country, to see its people on a Saturday night, letting their hair down after a long, hard week, was always, it was always a blast to play the shows. But what we got out of it is people thought, we were the show, but to me, I was the audience for them. I was watching people, and in between sets, they would tell me their stories. And so much of the Grievous Angels songs really about people across, the small back roads of Canada, come from that experience of really being interested in people and wanting to just find the profundity. That's it. I think the profundity, and then and people's lives some of them are hard, but I'm inspired by people, and that's what I try and capture in my music.
That is so cool. Lori, I know you have some questions.
I do.
Yeah.
So being in a punk band and then becoming a politician, when you're first beginning to run, did you think, oh man, do I have things in my closet I don't want out? Were there moments where you're like, how am I going to make this transition over? Because it just seems like two so very different worlds of people there.
Well, they are very different and they aren't. So first off, just I will say, because you can see with my gray hair, we didn't have digital back in the day.
That's
Nobody was taking
true.
photos as we were crashing at punk squats, right? It's what we remember and what we don't remember about those days. So there is not the same kind of digital record that your generation, I think, is going to be. It's like the permanent tattoo of your lives that
Right.
people can track. We don't have that as much. I think a lot of from my day in the punk era was a lot more bluster and memory and boasting than what may have really happened. But but I got one of the things that inspired me. The band was called L'Étranger. We were very, very active in the fight against racism at the time, which we see with the rise of the alt right.
Right.
We were fighting against injustice, and they were very, I think, politically active times. And people in that generation, we didn't have cell phones. We had a poster and a glue bucket, and we went and put our posters up on the sidings of buildings and invited people to come out to shows and sang. And that band was very political and was about organizing. And a really funny story is that when we were first starting out, and Andrew Cash, who was also elected to Parliament, was in that band. We're the only members of the Westminster system of government that ever opened for the dead Kennedys. And Jack Layton came out to see us one night, and he was a new city councilor at the time, and he came out because he heard we were really active. We were organizing young people. We were very much on the political edge, and he was trying to get us to join the NDP and say, you got to get organized in party politics. And we were like, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. We're purists. And then later Jack Layton came to me when I was a little older and said, I think you should really think about this. And so the roots were always there. It's just learning how to motivate people. And the other thing about coming out of the punk rock scene was DIY, do it yourself. What we sold out of the back of a truck. It's not easy to tour Canada. It's not easy to keep a band on the road. You have to really get your shit together very quickly and be organized. And I put my political team the way I'd put a really good band together. And so the lessons that I learned, that was my university I went to, was Punk Rock University. So I don't play punk rock anymore, but that spirit of just getting out and doing it, saying we're going to do it, whether we got a roadmap or not, we're going to find our way there. That drives my politics a lot.
That is so cool and so interesting how your career as a punk musician really educated you on how to do the DIY in politics. I love that. That's so cool. So
we still do a lot of stuff like that. And so, I guess I'm not bragging about being different than my colleagues, but well, people say, oh, it must be really bad in the House of Commons when people heckle you. And I said, heckle? I was playing biker bars when I was 17. So when an accountant from Calgary heckles me, I don't really pay much attention. I'm sorry. It's not something I'm going to lose sleep over. But there's a lot of stuff in how I push social action forward that really is still very punk. The posters, now it's Facebook shareables, but a simple message, getting out and then getting young. And I'm still really active in getting young people being heard. Your generation, man, it's the only thing that's going to save this planet right now. We tried and we failed, and I'm putting all my chips on, especially on Gen Z. I'm pumped for them.
That's awesome. And so I have a question kind of related to that exact thing is, so what I've noticed is, specifically in my generation, but maybe a little older too.
We're a slight we're an in-between generation.
We kind of are, huh?
We're between Gen X and the millennials.
Really?
We're
okay.
Actually, we've been categorized, our particular age group, been categorized as this very special group. And we're the last group between everybody having cell phones, and that we were the generation of first getting the home computer in the house, and that was sort of a big deal. And then pagers.
Yeah, for sure.
When we were growing up, what is equivalent to kids having cell phones now? I didn't get a cell phone until I went to college.
Me too. Yeah, me too. But what I'm noticing is that there's a lot of apathy in how can it really help. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's what would you say to somebody who's like, hey, I've got to work, I've got to, try to support my own family, but still wants to get active, but doesn't know how because it feels so daunting. to like actually make a difference?
It's a really good question, and it's something I think about a lot because I was a digital idealist.
Hmm.
When we first saw the power of the internet and we first saw the power of getting a Mac and starting to do our own stuff, I thought that's going to change the world because we're taking the power outside of, basically the established media. We're able to tell our own stories. We're able to connect. But we also learned, Twitter turned us into a cesspool of anger and rage and QAnon and conspiracy theories. And on my new album, I those are themes I'm wrestling with. And I sometimes wonder if it gives us more energy or it sucks more life out of us. But I would say that it's always been a challenge. It's always been like the odds have always been daunting. So I look for actions that are really inspiring. And I'll say just before COVID hit, we remember the mass demonstrations, it was mostly young Indigenous women leading them, and at least the rallies I was at, about the pipelines, the Wet'suwet'en protests. I think those are some of the most politically powerful moments in Canadian history because you saw mostly young people, mostly Indigenous, completely nonviolent, shutting the country down to be heard.
Right.
I was at the marches in Ottawa where they just walked out onto the main streets right in front of Parliament and shut the traffic down. And it was non-confrontational. They were not throwing stuff. They were just walking out and saying, this is our streets. We're going to be heard. These moments happen, and these moments can change us. I think COVID has put us all under, there's a heavy blanket on top of us for change, but there are moments, and I think when those moments happen, you seize those moments. And when you feel that something really needs to be done, look around because other people are feeling the same thing. And some of what I do in politics is like we had the huge Shannon's Dream movement. We can talk about or move on.
Yeah.
We had young people across the country get involved and push for change. So it's always there that, can I do it? It seems so daunting, or suddenly I feel something has to happen. So I still am an idealist. I still get excited by the power of people to move and to make change and to sometimes scare the shit out of the establishment. And I think that's okay.
I think that's okay too. So explain a little bit more about the Shannon's Dream movement.
Well, it is a subject of one of the books I did write, the Children of the Broken Treaty. And when I went up into the far north of my riding, communities like Attawapiskat and Saskatchewan, Fort Albany, I saw poverty that you didn't think could exist in Canada.
Wow.
And I saw children being denied the most basic rights that other students take for granted. And I got to meet a young warrior in grade 8, Shannon Kustashian, who'd never been in a real school, and the government was not going to give them a school. They were being educated in these broken down portables that looked like a prison camp.
Wow.
And Shannon said, we're not going to put up with it anymore. And she launched what became the largest youth-driven civil rights movement in Canadian history.
Wow.
Young people from across Canada heard Shannon call out for help and started to organize, and the push, it became the Shannon's Dream movement because unfortunately Shannon died at 15 in a car accident because she had to leave her home and move far away. She actually lived with my family for a year. But Shannon, there was such a fierce passion. And when you see that, you don't see that every day. And you see it in a young person. Shannon, for me, was a big political mentor. I learned so much from that young woman because she made me see what injustice looks like through a child's eyes. And so I was instrumental with some of the surviving friends of Shannon's and labor leaders and Indigenous activists of launching this campaign to force the government to come to terms with the fundamental injustices Indigenous kids are facing. And Cindy Blackstock, who's one of my heroes, she's been very involved in this fight for Canada to fess up and own up to the injustices that Indigenous kids have faced for generations. And so again, you see a moment, you see something of such incredible injustice and say, something's got to get done. And you don't know where that road's going to end. But once you start on, you say, I have this thing is like, we'll do it the easy way or we're going to do it the hard way. That's my attitude in politics. I'd like to do it the easy way, but if we're going to do it the hard way, we're going to do it the hard way. And I don't mind doing it the hard way. We're going to do it. But change has got to happen.
So would you say then, you know, if you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do something, just finding those people like Shannon who are already in the work and doing those kind of things, and just like basically like going to those people and saying, how can I help?
Giving
like
support.
Yeah, like where can I support? Like how can I be active?
Yeah, it's that it's really important, I think, to have a sense of the histories of movements of change. I mean, I remember one night Shannon and her sister Serena, who's a really powerful force too, um, and when they were staying at my house, I called them down from their room one Friday night, and they're like, "Uh oh, are we in trouble?" I said, you got to watch a movie. I had to be like sort of their den dad.
Right.
And I said, we're going to watch a movie. And they said, well, what? And I said, it's about the Montgomery bus boycott of 1956. They were like, why? And I said, because you're in a fight that's much bigger than you, and you're in a fight for justice that goes back further than you, and you need to learn lessons from it. And so the Montgomery bus boycott was the Rosa Parks story. It was the story of how Martin Luther King, was just a young preacher, and Rosa Parks didn't get up off the bus. And there was that moment in American history that was a turning point. But they didn't just change and make things better by coming together. It was about organizing. It was about how they did it. The forces were huge against them. And if I can teach the young people anything in these campaigns, it's like organizing is tough work. You don't just win because you're right. It's about learning how to organize. And I'll tell you a story about how it starts with me. I'm in grade 4 or 5, and my teacher says to me one day, I'm sick of you interrupting and disrupting my class day after day after day. He said, which was what I was doing. He said, if you're going to disrupt my class, I want you at least to be smart. He said, I want you to go buy the book, Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky, and I want you to read it. And I did. In grade 4, I went and I found Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. And I read it, I don't know, like 6 or 7 times. And as an adult, I found myself using Saul Alinsky's principles of organizing, because he was brilliant. He was a really tough working class organizer, and he was funny. He used humor a lot. And I thank my grade 4 teacher, because those Saul Alinsky lessons, and I'm saying to people out there, if you want to change the world, get Saul Alinsky's book. He wrote it in probably 1970, but it was the Bible. I just took it for granted. I thought everybody knows these tricks about how to take on the man, but because I learned it as a kid from a teacher who was fed up with me being a dumb disruptor. He said, be a smart disruptor. So that's what I've tried to do.
What a
ever
good
since.
teacher. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I have a question about you're in Canada, and obviously things are run quite a bit different than it is here in the States. Do you guys
Where are you guys?
We're in California.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought I was talking to someone in the deep south like Toronto.
No. No. We're in California.
We're in California. We're in Santa Barbara County, and
well, it's only minus 25 here today, so.
Oh boy. Okay, then we can't complain.
We won't complain about it being 65 then.
Yeah, it's not going to be 65 here for a long time.
It was 90 last week. So, my question is, now I'm not sure in Canadian politics, do you have the same issues with constantly needing to raise money and to do that to make your voice heard? I feel like here in the States, that's one of the things that I find most off-putting about getting involved is it just seems like everything just takes so much money and red tape to do anything. Does Canada have that same problem where it's just about making money to get reelected, or?
No. Big money is poisoned America.
Yes.
If you could do one thing in the United States today, it would be get big money out of politics. We got big money out of politics about 15 years ago. And it's actually a very funny way that it got out. It was a Liberal Prime Minister at the time, Jean Chrétien. He was being forced out within this internal struggle within the Liberal Party. And the guy who was coming after him had all kinds of big corporate backing. So Jean Chrétien, is this final screw you to the incoming guy who took his place, changed the electoral financing laws and made it so it is illegal at the federal level to accept donations from corporations, from unions, or any donation over $1,500.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's a game changer.
It is a game
That's
changer.
huge.
So for me, I represent a region that's got some of the poorest indigenous communities in the country in North America. I represent working class people. I raise my money through, I do annual shows, music shows. People make donations. I can run a full campaign and spend the rest of my time focusing on people. And we talk to congressmen, and they spend all day on the phone talking to donors.
Right.
And I'm like, well, don't you have a job to do besides, like, and that's their job, is raising money. And big money, and big money poisons politics. So
I see it even happens on our local level, that it's just running for city council. It seems like the amount of money that they're having to come up with just to make their signs and to do this and fundraiser dinners, and it just
I think I'm talking off the top of my head here, and I might be wildly off, but someone mentioned it to me one time. I think Hillary Clinton on her Senate run probably spent more money than our federal election cost.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
it just makes me think about what we could be doing with that money to make those actual changes that we actually really need to see.
Well, and like you said, time. Like the time to actually do stuff with the
But
people.
it's also, it means who gets to be, I mean, how is it in America that you got to be a millionaire or a billionaire to represent the people? You're not representing the people. You're representing the millionaire and the billionaire class, right?
Yeah.
Right. Just on the brass tacks of a riding like mine, the maximum amount of money that can be spent in an election is about $100,000.
Wow.
And that all has to come from individual donors that are tracked. There's no dark money allowed, no third parties. And so by taking big money out of politics, it allows someone like me, comes out of a punk band, to get $100 suit and run.
Right.
And possibly win.
And
if you don't have big money, if you don't have that, then you don't have real democracy. I mean, how is it like, I mean, we were always talking about this when we watch American politics. Man, these guys are all millionaires. Like, why are we voting for millionaires? Well, you're voting for millionaires because only millionaires can run, right?
Right.
Like,
yeah. Right. Like the average person cannot afford to go against any of them. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm curious because you mentioned your daughter at the beginning, and I know that you have multiple daughters. So and it seems like you've had a family affair of, just giving back to people and supporting and serving people. So I'm curious, how was that? Because you guys started a worker house for the homeless and refugees.
Catholic worker house for the homeless.
At 25 years old, you and your wife. So how has that been a family affair for you? Like, how did you get your children involved and that kind of thing?
Well, I'll say off the top, my wife hates politics. The rule is when I come home, if I'm talking on the phone, I'm not allowed to cross the threshold with the phone in my ear.
Wow.
Yeah, she says sit out in the car all day if you have to, but she doesn't do politics. So she's not a campaign wife. She doesn't show up at those events. My kids said to me the other day, just before Christmas, they said, "Dad, no more pictures of us on Facebook because it's just getting too weird out there." I mean, there's just a lot of weird, toxic stuff out there. Well, Twitter is just so whacked.
Right.
Yeah, my wife and I, we met. I was like 19 when I met her. She was 22. And we were two Scorpios. It was like, you're either in all the way or you're out. And so, yeah, she was going to school. I was playing in the punk band. And then we decided we would start living with the homeless and bringing them in. And we had guys coming out of prison. We had refugees. We didn't know what we were doing. We were like a couple of kids. Most of the people who helped run our house were out of the punk movement, too. We were all in our 20s.
Wow.
It was a school of life. And then we moved back to the north. So I live in a little mining town, and we moved home just when all the mines shut down. The grocery store shut down, one of the schools shut down, but we love the people in the north, and our kids, we inspired them to be what they wanted to be. So one of them was just in California working. She's
very cool.
She's the artist, thinker. She's the smart one, and then I have a daughter who's really justice oriented, and then my youngest is really creative, and so we have fun with each other.
That's awesome. Not every
Yeah.
family can say that, especially politicians. You know.
Well, there's a weird thing with politics. I find it here. I mean, Ottawa. I was in Washington, and it's a bigger bubble, but it's still a bubble. The Ottawa bubble is a funny bubble. Like people think it matters, you know. I hate going to the galas, like in the lobby things, and there's all these like members of parliament walking around in tuxedos and evening gowns, and I just whatever.
Yeah.
My daughter, I have a daughter who loves to crash those events with me, and we go and we have a couple of drinks, and we have like ridiculous conversations with people because people get pompous, and it's, I
Right.
sometimes say to people, in their tuxedos, you know, the people sent you here,
Right.
and they're going to send you home again. Like, just remember, who do you work for? Like, you weren't born to be here. You might
love
think
that.
you were born to be here, but you're not. Like, people sent you here to do a job, and I never lose sight of that. So I don't tend to go to the fancy galas unless the party forces me to go. I have to go. But I never stay for the dinners because I don't like listening to the speeches, and so we always, my daughter and I go have a couple of laughs, and we sort of deconstruct it afterwards. So I'm still ironic about it. And it's not that I don't take the politics serious. I take politics really seriously.
Right.
But what I take seriously about it are the people. I'm here to represent people who have been written off the political map of our nation. You know, they don't get a seat with the big boys. They don't get to get in the back room where the lobbyists get to go in. So like in Parliament, I'm known as the guy who's always going after the lobbyists, always going after the insiders, because I don't think they should control our democracy.
Right.
I don't think they have any right to it. They don't have any right to democracy just because they can sneak in the back door because they're rich. And when they go in the back door, I want to shine a light on them and say, hey, look who's here. Look who got the secret meeting. Did you get that secret meeting because you're an ordinary, you know, working class person or a single mom? No, you didn't. So let's shake them down a bit.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Do you have any more questions, Lori?
I want to go back to the house that you, the homeless housing that you started. Did that come about from being in the punk scene and seeing a lot of people who didn't have somewhere to go? Is that what led to you and your wife opening the home, or?
I came across a book by Dorothy Day. And if you don't know Dorothy Day, she's one of the great American radicals. She was a communist out of New York back in like the early 20th century when they were America has a real great radical tradition. And Dorothy Day became a Catholic and started taking in the homeless in the Depression. And she started these Catholic worker houses, and they were very anarchistic. It was like very grassroots. And we read the book and we were really blown away. And we went down and visited, like, it's very much an American movement, less so in Canada. And met a lot of really cool people in Chicago and Iowa, and thought we wanted to do this. And we didn't have any training. We didn't know anything about social work. We didn't know anything about drugs, prisons. We were just in our early 20s. And it's a really hilarious, bizarre story about how we actually raised enough money to buy a house in downtown Toronto, but we got a house. And we had one of the guys who lived with us had spent 30 years in penitentiaries across the United States and Canada, and he came and he lived with us. And he was such a cool guy. He knew every criminal in North America. I'm not kidding. And but he came from a very sophisticated French family in Quebec, and he spoke impeccable French. But he was a con man. He was a like, that's where he always got himself into trouble, drugs and being a con man. And he sort of became my daughter's, he was like their adopted grandfather. So it was pretty cool. Like, and Pierre's radar was amazing. If Pierre thought someone was, he was very cool with people, but if he came up to me and he says, I don't like that guy, I think he should leave.
Wow.
We knew that person should leave right away.
Yeah, you got to listen to that gut.
Yeah, Pierre lived with us for like his last 17 years of his life, and he was. So my daughters every now and then tell us stories about what Pierre taught them. He taught them how to be the. they'd go up and do like small time shoplifting just because he was bored, and he'd bring these beautiful little girls with their little outfits, and I was like, oh my god, did he really do that? And they said, oh Dad, it was okay. Everybody in town loved Pierre because he had this sophisticated nature. So yeah, that's what I grew up with, my kids. And
my other
just
half
liking
used to
people.
take his daughters to shows and to either to the movies or to concerts, and used to sneak them in and teach them how to sneak into places and how to and I came from a very different background, and when I heard that, I was like, you did what with your girls when they were that age? But you know what? It's those skills are so important to have, to just look at things a little bit different versus taking the regular route.
Yeah, and again, it's about being with people's experiences. Like, so right now we have a huge opioid crisis. It's hitting everywhere.
Yeah.
It's hitting our towns really bad. And I'm out on this. There's a lot of street rallies in the towns I'm in about this, because people, like, we're losing lots of people to it, and it's not being noticed because of COVID. But I have a lot of empathy for the people who are. I mean, opioids are cutting across demographics. They are not just
Right.
but for the people who are on the street dealing with it, I've dealt with these things before, and in other life. So even though they see me as the member of parliament coming out in my suit, I'm there to say, hey, it's like, I get it. There's a lot of stuff that's hitting our communities that sometimes as a member of parliament, it's just showing up, being there, not being afraid to be on the front lines when something's going down, and just being there. So
Right. Well, I want to get to your album because
we're going to talk about that. I didn't know what we were going to talk about. They didn't tell me. They just said get on this podcast. So,
yeah. This is like you said, it's your 8th album. So how did that come about? And especially because you can't tour it because COVID. But I'm interested. Do you still tour albums now that you have your day job, or is it still kind of like you still I don't know how to ask the question. Do you tour?
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Our band was formed as a live band. We played crazy places. We played punk rock dives, we played country dances, we played big festivals. Part of it was just and a sense of adventure. Canada is an immense and beautiful country, but it's got a very small population. It's basically this, the population's the size of California, but spread over thousands and thousands of miles.
Right.
So in a way, in Canada, everything's a bit of a small town, even when it's a big city. But we wanted to see the country, and what better way to see it is to play music. So the band was very much a live band, but then I got more and more, even before I got elected, I was getting more and more involved in politics. I was involved in a huge environmental battle in my region that involved a lot of civil disobedience, a lot of demonstrations and roadblocks. So there was a couple of summers where we couldn't tour because I was locked out doing that. And my band's just really patient. They put up with me. And
That's awesome.
When I'm ready to come back, they play in other groups and stuff. One of our most legendary Canadian singer-songwriters, Stompin' Tom Connors, was our Johnny Cash. My bass player was his bass player for a long time.
Wow.
So when I was doing politics, he was on the road with Stompin' Tom. And so we did some touring of our last album. That was like my summer vacation, like some people go to the beach, we went on the road. But the plan with this album was just to get a couple of songs down. We didn't actually plan to record a full album, but when we got together, we don't get to play enough. And the band is really on fire when we play. So a number of the songs were written right there on the floor of the studio, just so that we could get this album done. And there's a sense of urgency, I think, to it.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for being on and sharing so many really cool stories. And we will have the links to, first of all of your books, all of the information about you and the political aspect, but also links to, purchase your music, because that's also beautiful. And the one interesting thing is I didn't see links to purchase the punk band, and I'm going to butcher the name, L'Étranger? L'Étranger. Okay.
Yes.
Are there links where you can actually still get those albums?
Well, no. Our ex-singer, Andrew Cash, again, who got elected to Parliament, him and I have been disagreeing about getting the album out. He
Okay.
thinks it's old history, and I think it's still relevant. We still have a huge fan base, so the record's not available. It's on YouTube, a number of the songs and the
Okay.
band. But the band is not available online yet. But the 8 Grievous Angels records are. I've got 7 books out, and I'm just finishing my 8th book right now.
Look at you.
It'll be out. Well, some people watch sports when they're done with politics. I always have a side project, so
That's
we've got
awesome.
that. And,
Perfect. Well, we look forward
and
to
I'll
that.
send you the link for Shannon's Dream because
Oh yes,
the
for
stuff
sure.
we did with Shannon. She was a game changer. She was recognized as one of the 150 most important women in Canadian history.
Whoa.
And that's pretty damn amazing for a kid who just wanted to go to school. And she was only 15 when she died.
Wow.
But she's a big inspiration in Canada. There's a school named after her. Kids always do projects on her. She's become a real symbol of change and hope. And I got to know her.
That is so beautiful. Ah, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we'll talk
Thank
to you
you.
soon.
Well, I hope it's warm there. I'm going out to the minus 20. It's going to be minus 30 tonight, but we love the cold weather up here. That's why we live on our side of the border, and just keep the peace on your side of the border for at least 4 years. Like it's been a little crazy listening to all the dissonance. Just 4 years. Yeah, just give us a break as your neighbors, okay?
This week we're finally able to exhale for the first time.
Yeah.
We'll do
We're
our
the whole
best.
world is, but as your neighbors, we love you guys. But just keep it down over there, and we'll all get along.
That's our plan.
Okay.
That's our plan.
That sounds good. All
Okay.
right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Take care. Bye.